Do. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. Tuesday.
Check 1 2.
What time is it? Almost on time. This 7:30 is where we always try to go live. We wanted to go early this week, but I turned on the computer and we had to update OBS, we had to update Streamlabs, and we had to update the computer. Threw everything into left field again. So I had to reset everything. So now we're back in the building. I'm in the saddle. Co-pilot, what's cracking, AI? How you feeling?
I am happy that we're back on air.
I'm glad Streamlabs is working too.
Yeah, Streamlabs makes us a little nervous over here. So it's just these updates and the way technology works. You have to jump through all these different hoops just to get to the back to the square one. Then you have to reset up your whole system, whether it comes down to the microphones, the cameras, and all that.
That didn't make sense to me,
yeah,
man.
It just turns everything off.
So Stream Deck is what I use right here. It's super valuable. If you guys are starting a podcast, or if you guys are trying to get into any type of editing, the Stream Deck has 15 buttons on here, and it's really easy to go on the computer and attach like a hyperlink to any one of these keys. So for us, I can use my button for this camera, this button for the other side of the table. What's cracking, John G? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good.
Then we got AI, and then we've got the whole gallery right there. And of course, we got Yam in the building. So I'm able to switch between all 5 cameras and the intro screen, and we can add other things like videos and stuff like that, all with the Stream Deck, which is incredible. But the Stream Deck had an update today, and I was like, you know what? I got time. Let's roll. And it reset everything to the point where I had to re-download the plugin to use for Streamlabs, and that doesn't make sense to me. Like if I'm updating it, like I feel like they're getting rid of bugs and adding new things. But if I've already been on Streamlabs with Stream Deck, don't take that plugin away where I've got to take 20 minutes to figure out how to add that plug back in when a lot of people probably only use this for Streamlabs. You know what I mean? So if they take it away, then all of a sudden somebody doesn't remember how to do it or how to plug it back in, and all of a sudden they're screwed with it. No, they can't use a Stream Deck.
Yeah. But
what you looking at?
Just the chat's already up.
Hey,
hey.
IG's always
I love it.
always the biggest one of the bunch, man. I love the fact that everybody on IG is always checking in, man.
Yeah, I just love the interaction.
Back in the fishbowl, dude.
In the fishbowl. There's 2 dynamics here. So we are in the public. You can walk right by the store, watch us podcast in real time, and then obviously the chat.
And we're still glitchy on IG, man. I don't get it, dude. Hopefully, we're going to get it figured out. I specifically shut the program down and restarted it just to make sure that we had a fresh health on the PC,
clear.
bro. Yeah,
just the shutdown can clear so many aspects up with the computer. But I feel like this is like if the internet, something has to be.
It's not the internet, because the internet's rolling quick. Like we're getting like 800 upload speed, 800 megs per second. So
it's connecting through. It's just a
I like
software.
The episode that we had with Jonathan Chia. All the footage was trying to get dumped onto an external hard drive. So when it was recording, it just doesn't dump onto the hard drive. It was trying to go through a USB into an external hard drive. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why we had the bad footage on Chia. The 5 terabyte hard drive that I bought from Sam's, I guess isn't a USB 3.0 is what I'm assuming. And that makes a huge difference when it's data transferring. But now, so we just we're taking the footage and just putting it right onto the hard drive of the computer, and then after the episode, then I'm taking that footage and then putting it onto the external hard drive afterwards, so we can keep all the space on the
just
on the computer.
Dumping it,
yeah, just dumping it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know, man. I'll have to look into, the Streamlabs itself. Like when I was looking at the computer, like the health of the computer, like Streamlabs takes up like 90% of like the overall usage of the computer. So it's Like, you can't have anything running in the background, but I don't know why Streamlabs has gotten to that point, because I feel like it hasn't. You know, I don't know if the updates just keep adding more things in that we're not utilizing, or maybe we just need to go back to OBS and you know, try that one, because OBS is, you know, that's the OG, bro.
Right.
So
John
G knows, yeah. What do you think, bro? Like, you're a computer whiz, man.
Well,
when it comes to the computer with the lag on Instagram, you know, you don't see it on our live feed here.
Right.
But
it's smooth there. You can see, you know.
But you know, we're looking
there's
at
a natural delay from the real time to the camera and the software, but it is definitely still lagging just a bit more on the internet. But it's not the upload speed. It's not the download speed. We saw incredible speeds. God, I feel like Donald Trump. We had the best speeds.
That's funny.
But you know, what we didn't fucking have is, you know, that translating to the output. So I'm wondering if it's the output itself in the software, something in the frame rate
Could
potentially.
be. Yeah.
If I don't know if you've looked into that very much. Have you looked into just like just changing the frame rates and like
I have before, and you're right. That definitely could be the issue. If one of these cameras is 24 frames per second and the other 4 are 60 frames per second, it's going to fuck something up.
So yeah, there could be just like a wire cross in that part of the output that's just not going straight into the internet like we needed to.
Yeah. Also, having some sort of like a 2-second delay is crucial for Streamlabs when you're trying to set the stuff up. I know. But anyways, we're gonna get to it, man.
The tech stuff is interesting though. There's like a dynamic
and
that
it's
is
funny
unspoken
it's all troubleshooting
for most people. Yeah,
it could be 1,000 things. So
Yeah.
it's like, because it could be 1,000 things, it's our job to just kind of start from the top, from the surface level, and manage the easiest things to fix first, right?
Right.
So, and that's why just checking the internet speed as a go-to that's one of the easiest ways you can troubleshoot that and check that off your 1,000 things. But
Correct,
you know,
yeah.
you're about a dozen into that 1,000, you know, and we can just we're just going to keep chugging until we get it right. That's all you can do, is just keep showing up and keep adapting.
literally, exactly. Adaptable alien of that VeeFriends shout out. But yeah, it's interesting that, you know, you run a podcast where it takes certain individual components to make up the whole thing, and the tech side is a big component that the crowd, the audience, doesn't necessarily see, but it is a huge component of what we do here. But you can see it in real time if you were to come to Newport on the Levee, to Native on the Levee, and just see our podcast in person. It's a pretty it's a big part of the conversations that happen within the store on a regular basis.
Oh, it's the number one conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
I swear, it's at least the icebreaker.
The icebreaker for sure. What's the podcast and like when that conversation is opened up, the curiosity allows you to kind of go wherever you want in the store at the time, whether conversation about the lab or, I mean, you could sit an entire time, talk to about the podcast, and they could move on without ever knowing about the lab. Obviously, we do talk about it, but there's so much to the podcast. I mean, there's still a lot of conversations. People see Joe Exotic on our podcast when they scan the QR, and people are starting to ask about him. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, it's an interesting layer of conversations that I get just from the podcast alone. So if you get an opportunity, come check it out.
That's always the podcast that I flex when people are like, oh, who you've interviewed? And it's like, oh, you know, we've interviewed Bengals players, musicians, actors, movie producers, but like my favorite, Joe Exotic from jail. And everyone's like, no way, dude. And it's like,
right?
Trust me, bro. I felt the same way. Like when we got that phone call, it's like, no way. This is really,
it's not him.
Hey guys, like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
see
he's
if this thing
definitely
still works.
Yeah, he's definitely out there for me too.
Oh my God! I hoped that was the case,
bro. That's a 101
I thought it was gonna be one color.
Look, bro. Which cat you want? You want the purple one, the yellow one, the blue one, the white one?
Has fucking Gary seen this yet? Has anybody on the team seen this yet?
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Okay, so like we're Are you able to spend some time on Whatnot in the evening tomorrow at all, or you got to go straight back to the crib? I told you last week, I was gonna help Jay Sal out with Whatnot too, but Wednesday, it's like Whatnot Wednesday right now is where it's gonna be. I know that Monday Madness was the goal, but Mondays have been tough. So I'm thinking Whatnot Wednesdays. I might just spend a couple hours over there, and then I was gonna shoot over here probably about 3 o'clock, and then we could go live from like 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, or even 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I'm down. Like, I'm down to stay live for a while just to really build that time up, have people come in the chat, start conversations with them, and show off some of the cool stuff that you've been working on over here, brother.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Let's see. So it might be better to start that next week just because we got all those hats coming in.
Heard you. There is a lot of hats. Man, the restock is crazy.
Bro, hopefully they're going to be gone as quickly as they got here, bro. You know what I mean? That's the goal, is to like I was talking to Andrew. It's like, all right, we've got 900 hats that we've got coming in, right?
Yeah.
And if we can pre-sell 100 of those 900 hats, that's going to give us enough money to put money down for the next order, right? So it's like I was telling him we need to turn this into a caboose where this thing's just dropping off hats every 45 days. You know what I mean? And as long as we can pre-sell 100 hats in between the drop from when we place the order to when we get them, if we can pre-sell 100 of them, that's going to give us enough money for the next drop so that we can keep unlocking new cities and new area codes.
That sign is so cool.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's I made it myself, bro. There's only one in the world.
I'm so impressed. You got the rainbow of their eyes.
Yeah, that was key, bro. So not only this, I'm going to frame it too. I'm going to put it in a 12 by 18. Like I'm going to build a box frame for it so it sits inside a black box. You know what I mean? So then you really get that glow effect of it. But
100%.
I love it, bro. Yeah.
So as far as the hat drop goes, when you say 100 pre-sales, are we dropping on Instagram? Are we looking at a Facebook drop? Are we going to be looking at like prepping some Whatnot routines to get people like engaged and just get them like, hey, I'm gonna like how do we get everybody just ready, right? Because that's when we look at what guys like Alex Hormozy are doing or guys like Gary Vee are doing, we're talking a lot of hinting, nudging. Oh, by the way, we've been doing this for a while. Out loud, real suddenly. It's like there's a build up. There's a hint, there's a nudge, and then we just fucking smack them with, like how hard we've been working behind the scenes, right? So, and in this context, I'm thinking about the vending machines.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, I'm thinking that's a really good time. Like, I think it's a really good time, especially right before the holidays, right? This is the time when when the 9-to-5ers kind of slow down on their projects, right? And this is the time when even, a lot of entrepreneurs like, me and Andrew have kids. So there's going to be, there is this give and take of work-life balance. But on the same tip, this is a time where him and I have discussed and agreed that we're actually going to double the fuck down.
Right.
Because it's a time when a lot of people slow down. And so that makes us, we're already a few, the proud, the brave that are willing to be entrepreneurs, that are willing to rely on our grit. I had a 9-to-5 for a couple months.
Happy Tuesday, Plush.
Plush, garden in the house. What up, what up? Happy Tuesday. But I was just to wrap that up, I just left a 9-to-5. I was in an embroidery shop because just like you, I love making shit.
Yeah.
And so I got to get more comfortable on a machine that I was already familiar with. Now I know that machine like the back of my hand.
All right, let's go,
so
bro.
Like now, so I got more confident with a tool that I want to use for us, and for the businesses that we run later. But in the intermittent time, I decided to leave that 9-to-5. I built those chops up a little more and was like, all right, I have the choice. I was at the fork in the road, It was like, I'm getting cushy, I'm getting cozy. I was going home to my girlfriend every night, and I'd kind of cut off, and it was really hard for me to balance like my day job and like growing the Beyond the Stage business, right? And because there's doing the work that we do to run the events. That's just like getting the business going. and that's keeping it like afloat, and that's really getting our brand going. And just like you, like Native brand, an incredibly strong brand. I saw Gary Owen rocking the fucking shout out Gary Owen rocking
on
the
Shaq's
fucking
podcast?
on Shaq's podcast. Like,
yeah, this shit's
I was
crazy,
like,
bro.
it's amazing. So and so it's crazy when you can create a brand that resonates with people and carries itself across different spectrums, right? And we have that with Beyond the Stage in our own way, but that I believe that is one of the hardest halves of the battle that a lot of people give up through. And by not giving up through that and establishing that, you're already at a point that most people don't get to. But I do believe that this is half the battle. I believe that there is another. I believe that the war is not over. That there's still another battle. That it's that there's this. If I could put some time frame on it, it'd be like there's like a 3 to 5 year battle right now that goes from established brand to scalable, repeatable, like you said, caboose flowing in and the fuck out business, right? Where you've got a routine and you're on. Like your restock and your offload in and of itself has a routine because you've put the systems and you've got the routines in your marketing and the routines in your sales processes that routinely get these people in your funnel and essentially makes it easy and accessible for them to spend money with you, not just know the brand and feel the brand from Shaq's podcast, but to then have an easy access door, a vending machine that's like not so distant from their area, even if they can't be right here in Cincinnati and Newport and like this greater 513 NKY metropolitan area.
For sure. So that's probably the longest question I've ever had in my entire life. But to respond, D, all the above, right?
Yes.
Like that's what it comes down to when you're trying to scale it and you're trying to understand the next move to make with the brand. The reason why I love hats, my passion's t-shirts. My passion's designing and creating these like instant vintage style logos where, like I wore a shirt the other day and this guy's like, oh man, I had that shirt like 20 years ago. And it's like, I just made this logo last week. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm talking about, dude. And it's like I didn't correct him, and I didn't say like, nah, bro, I made this a week ago. You're lying. Like I told him, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. It's like it's nostalgia, man. Like that shirt, like that. It was a Taz and Bug shirt, but it was the one that I made for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But he saw it, and he was like, oh, dude, I had that, man, like 20, 30 years ago. And it's like, fuck yeah, bro. But like, so that's my passion is the designing clothes and getting that recognition through there. But when it comes to the brand, like I know that the hats are the creme de la creme. It's the icing on the cake. One size fits most. It's the Corvette wave. It's the Jeep wave. It's the it's that little hidden thing that people don't realize. When it comes to the area code thing, people don't realize how attached they are to that 513 or to that 859 in front of their 7-digit phone number, dude, until you move. When you move to Cali and they're like, oh, you can get a new area code, and you're like, no, I want to keep my same phone number. I want to keep that 513.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's some sort of heartstrings that are attached to that. And with the hats, what we can do, it's like I said, it's one size fits most. But it's the one thing that we've created that we've trimmed all the fat off, and now we've got this perfect piece of steak, and it's ready to be eaten.
It's simple. It's delicious. People
it's ready
love
to be
it.
digested. Yeah. So, and that's something where you don't have to know the story of the brand. You don't have to know, any of the employees to appreciate the hat because it tells itself just like that, dude. Like your hat wasn't made to look like you're a creative, right? But that's the concept. It's the creative crowd from VeeFriends. So now, they put that creative on front of it, and now you don't even need to be a fan of VeeFriends to be like, I want that hat.
Right. They're like, oh, dude, that's dope.
That's dope. I'm creative. I want that. You know what I'm? Then what? Then
what's that on the side?
What's that on the side?
Maybe you're like our boy over here. Maybe you're a Cancer and you notice that crab over there, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm a Cancer. What's up with the crab? And it's like,
right.
They see creative, they say crab, they're like, oh, creative crab, and then boom, that's the window that that Gary left me to decide to talk about VeeFriends, something that I'm passionate about and I enjoy. So
for sure. And so that's the thing, man. When it comes to the hats, like I really feel like we've got this thing where you don't need to know who Native is. You don't need to know who the brand is. You see that blue and orange or that dark navy with the white threads, and you know that's Yankees.
Shout out Plush Garden. She said I'm also a Cancer.
Hey.
Hello.
We had chemistry because she was a Cancer.
Oh, snap. That's such a track.
That's common right there, bro.
Wow, throwing it back on me.
But
yeah, no, Plush Garden, that's funny. So, and you're also a creative crab. You make, the coolest fucking stickers.
Right? Yeah, I don't even know if I want to break the backs off of those.
I actually haven't. I have one sticker from her that I placed on my laptop, but the rest of them I've kept as because I just want to keep them.
Yeah.
Pristine. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like the sealed collector in me,
Oh, for sure, bro. Same.
I'm like, it's just so nice as it is.
Yeah, same here, bro. Like the native one that she made that's got the yellow, blue, and white on there. It's like, on the back, she wrote a little comment that said like only the dope people get Plush Garden stickers, and it's like that's the one sticker that I want to put on my VeeFriends case, right? Like for all my cards.
Yeah, do that.
But I don't want to bust that back off.
Look what Plush Garden said.
Do it. All right, let's go. Done. All right, I'll make it happen. So quick, man. Let's get into this Bengals talk, bro, because Mike Brown just came out of pocket big time, bro.
He did.
Big time.
He did.
$14 million raise for Trey Hendrickson.
$14 million.
That's he got paid what? He was getting paid 16 and then got 14 million as a pay raise. That's like that's like a 90%
and for someone
pay raise.
And for someone in his position where he for someone in Trey Hendrickson's position.
Sorry, I should have did that after you.
right. No, it's all good. For someone in Trey Hendrickson's position, where he just had
like his position, like actual position, right?
His physical position, like his position on the field, and his position in life. He just did a very difficult thing last year that is not going to be repeated probably by him this year, just because it's hard to maintain that level 2 years back to back.
What if he breaks last year's record? Do you trade him
after that?
Should you trade him for as much money as you can?
Well, he's already signed the deal, so no.
He signed a deal for 1 year though.
Yeah,
right?
but at the end he'll probably move on. But
yeah.
But if he does that, he's about to get a monumental deal.
I mean, he's already getting isn't he one of the highest paid in his
on his position? But I think in general, because he already hit this peak that's hard to hit in general, he knows that no matter what he does, he can't win because he's not going to have the same year. It would be an anomaly if he did. But if he does, most likely he's not. So to get that money, even when you know you're not going to produce to the same degree, that's impressive. That he held out, and the Bengals had to give, because where's he going to go? The Lions? Where's he?
I heard a rumor that Joe Burrow paid it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That rumor was started right here on Native TV. Come on down to Native on the Levee and we've got the truth for you. Just kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Because
if
think about it.
If he stepped in and was like, "I'll pay $7."
I'll cover a percentage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How much does Joe make right now?
Enough to buy a Batmobile.
Yeah, enough to buy a Batmobile. Joe Burrow has enough
on
to
a
buy
whim, bro.
Yeah, right.
His contract crazy.
He said, "Fuck, I'll take his and hers Batmobile."
He's getting $57 million a year, $56 million a year, something like that.
Yeah. 275.
275 for 3 years,
So he's like 55
6 years,
million,
5 years.
55 million, 55.
All right, $1 million a week,
That's insane.
More than.
$1,200,000.
Yeah. That's
That's-
crazy. To get on the field, it costs them so much money for him,
That's
for him
crazy,
to
dude.
walk on the field. And think about
And the fan, what up, what up?
how much physical time football is actually happening on the field. Not a lot. Actual gameplay is like it's less than 20 minutes.
Have they broke the stats down like they did A-Rod's contract? Did you ever see that where it was like they broke A-Rod's contract
what
down
up, what up?
to like at bat, like how much he gets paid for every strike? Like it was insane, bro.
Yeah. But the amount of time that all the players are on the field is very minimal. And then you take it into half of it is offense and defense. The amount of time Joe Burrow is on the field, physically on the field, and how much he's getting paid, I can't imagine how much per minute.
Somebody's got to break that down.
It has to happen now that we've put it into the universe. Someone do the calculations
Well,
on it.
I do have the calculation up for one thing, and then I'll
hear it.
delete it and I'll do a different calculation. But right now on my calculator, we're looking at just his raise to just the raise we were talking about, that 14 million. That's 1.16 million. So $1,166,666 a month, in addition to what he was already making.
Yeah.
So what is the calculation you need me to break down?
Average time of players on the field is like, let's say it's like 10 minutes. So 10 minutes of time Burrow's on the field total in a game. Think about that.
Let me see if ChatGPT can just.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna need
it's a
I'm gonna
whole-
need
yeah, it's a-
AI, not the AI on
because-
the chair, but the AI on his
How
phone.
much
Yeah.
does
Because it's like,
Joe
hey, he's on the field this
Burrow
amount of time,
make?
and he's getting $275 million. So amount of time he's on the field physically per game, what is his pay? Now, we know his pay per game, but how much time? Because really, if you think about it, the offense and defense get half and half if the game's split that way. And the plays go for about 6 seconds of play, and the whistle's dead. The time on the actual clock keeps moving, right? But they're not actually playing. They're just hanging out until it's time for the next play. They're waiting for the coach to send the play to the quarterback to relay the thing. So this time they're not actually doing football. They're standing. How much time is he doing football with a $275 million contract? That's crazy. How much per? I mean, it's insane probably. The amount.
Well, I would still argue that the time that they spent training, not this time that they spent in the game,
That's
is what would count.
I would say that's accurate.
That's all on the clock. I would say any traveling they have to
I
do.
got it.
In
It's
regards,
part of, yeah, and the
any
risk,
traveling,
it's a risk reward. Yeah.
I got it. I got the answer.
Oh my goodness!
Let's go.
All right.
ChatGPT is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is.
So they broke it down. Joe Burrow's annual earnings are $55 million per year for 5 years. The estimated actual playing time per game. The recent data shows an average NFL game features about 18 minutes of actual gameplay, spanning roughly 100-plus plays.
Listen to AI.
Older reports said it's as little as 11 minutes. So the NFL season has 17 games, total live action.
He's getting a reality check. That's all he's getting.
Total live action for Burrow in the season. So put it all together, 18 minutes per game times 17 games. That's 306 actual minutes of playing time per season. So earnings per minute of live action. Total season earnings $55 million. Total live minutes 306. Right. So if you break that down, that's 55 million divided by 306 comes out to $179,000. 700. I fucked that up. $179,740 per minute. Basically, $180,000 per minute Joe Burrow makes.
Thank you for giving that. That is
And that's the summary.
That
of
is
Joe
amazing.
Burrow.
That is
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm
100
I'm gonna need some water after here.
literally
180 per minute. All right. Hey,
your
Siri.
reaction, bro. John G's
Low
reaction
key,
to that.
low key.
Hey, Siri.
Plush Garden. Hey, Plush Garden said, where are those bubble letter crops at?
You're going to be the very first one to get one because I haven't made them for crops for girls. So I'm actually going to. I've got them ordered. The crops are coming from Los Angeles, so they take a little bit longer to get here. They're from Shockaware. They're on their own fucking time schedule.
Shockaware is dope, though.
They're dope,
It's
bro.
worth the wait. Worth the wait.
They don't even send a tracking info, bro.
Fuck, man. They're just like, it's on its way from
it's in the
Cali, bro.
mail.
It'll get there.
It's in the mail. Yeah, I just got one today that's been in limbo for like 3 weeks. It's been sitting in El Segundo, bro, for like 2 weeks straight.
She said, "Oh snap!"
So I've got one I'm making for you. You're gonna be the very first one to get it before we put it on the show.
Oh
so.
snap is right. That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
exciting stuff.
I appreciate those stickers for sure.
Maybe we can run it to her, and we can pack it live for her on the whatnot.
Oh, we need to, bro. Yeah, we need to start going live. Did we talk? We didn't talk about that on the podcast right now, huh? That we're gonna be going live on Wednesdays. No, you talked about it.
I think we had
We were
touched
live.
on it. We had said that we were going to meet. We had set time to meet. So now that we have time to at least discuss some things, and I'll come over here and we can do a little bit of planning tomorrow and actually go live next week.
That's a lot more than I thought, bro. So $180,000 a minute.
That's insane.
Like quick math, how much you think that is an hour?
Well, 180,000 a minute. 6 minutes. It's easy. He can play a whole hour. He plays through 8 hours.
I'm just saying like what's your hourly rate
Your
for,
hourly
for
rate.
work?
6.
Plus, just got excited that they're going to get to spend
7.5 million.
10.8.
10 million an hour.
$10.8 million an hour Joe Burrow makes. $10.8 million an hour Joe Burrow
We're
makes.
in the wrong business, boys.
Let me tell you something.
We're not Joe Burrow.
Let me tell you, either Joe Burrow is really, really, really fucking good. B, Mike Brown is really, really, really fucking paid. Or C, the fucking train's off the fucking rails, bro.
Like they've lost their minds. They're just like, do what it takes.
Bro, that is insane.
But that's the NFL's. That's the line now. So
I mean,
anytime there's
it is
contract. So it didn't matter what was going to happen for Joe Burrow when he gets a max contract. He's next in line
for sure.
And then
It's how much the team's bringing in.
He's not the highest paid.
Right.
It has to be a certain like. Okay,
He's one of them.
He's one of them, yes, but it passes each next quarterback
For sure.
It has because
Not this year.
well, next year it'll be higher. But the thing is,
I don't. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Who do you think? Bo Nix?
oh, what quarterback? I don't know who's going to get that contract, but it has to. The way it works, the NFL, which is kind of interesting, is it's like they're just printing money. They're printing money.
But if he's the next Tom Brady, like nobody was getting more money than Tom Brady because like they would literally say like, "What are you, Tom Brady money?"
No, Tom Brady wasn't never the top paid quarterback.
Really? Mm-hmm. I retract my shit.
He took less money.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, but
who the fuck do you think you are, Tom Brady?
that's the thing. But the thing is it's not about the player. It's about how the collective bargain agreement gives it to the players.
Right.
They have to give this much as it raises. The teams are just making more money. That's really what it is.
I mean, yeah.
More people are spending money for the teams. The teams have to give more of that money to the players.
Of course,
And that's really what's happening.
And it's as in every business, right? Same thing when it comes to Madison Theater. You know what I mean? When you got musicians that bring in money, you know what I mean? They're going to get paid more because the venue's going to make
able to
more.
facilitate.
Everybody, yeah.
Money make the world go around.
It's a well-oiled machine. The rich get richer, bro.
Yeah, well, and with that said, that's why it's really easy for them to make quick decisions that move the needle as single individuals. But we're in a world where we're still building ourselves up to be individuals who can make those quick decisions, and it takes a village. And with that said, we've grown from a local to a sort of national following, us as individuals and the native brand itself, right? So it's so dope to see people from all over the country. And I truly believe that we are part of a global market, and that the native brand, Beyond the Stage, Storm Collection, that the Mad Scientist, John G, like the Courtside Kurt, like these are names that people are going to be able to access and hear and discuss, all over the world, because we're going to make it possible and accessible for them to be a part of this, this journey with us.
And that's what we need, bro. When it comes to, Gary's been talking about it for a year now, like the social platform, and how you're going to start to see, you're going to go in clothing stores and you're going to see people online, like selling stuff. Like while you're shopping, you're going to see an employee in his own little cage, like creating sales online. And that's especially when it comes to a brand that has area codes. You know what I mean? Like we're sitting in Newport, Kentucky, trying to sell Los Angeles Lakers hats. You know what I mean? Like we would be stupid not to infiltrate the internet, where we can tap into LA and the New York Jets and all these other fan bases that are there. And the crazy thing is, like when you're on Whatnot, if there's 6 people on my stream while we're on Whatnot, I'm stoked. You know what I mean? Because that's equivalent to having 6 people in your store at the same time. As long as you got shit set up where you're selling stuff and you've got a shop where people can click on it and then they can see what you have to offer. You know what I mean? So if you've got 40 to 60 people on your Whatnot stream.
At one point, the VeeFriends, the VeeFriends Whatnot account rated my stream while I was here at the native brand in the back of the house and had the DJ board set up. And so at that point, we literally had, almost 80 people, including me and Andrew, in that little closet room back there.
Crazy, bro. Yeah.
Right? Interested in what was outside of there, because they couldn't necessarily come outside of the room and see it. And then Andrew grabs the phone and walks them, out of the bookshelf door and into the lab, and is able to take 70, I think we had about 50 people in the room still when he grabbed it. That was 50 people he walked around your store in one swoop.
Yeah.
And that's something that, we can't just do on a whim on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here at the Levee, unfortunately.
Right.
So that accessibility is huge. And speaking of, I mentioned it, it takes a village, and we're talking Whatnot. Our V fam, Plush Garden, she said 2 days a week, right? So you just by adding Whatnot to your wheelhouse, you just gave Native Brand 2 days a week instead of 1 day a week, and you're giving them 2 completely different, experiences through the same, breadth of, this is our personality, these are our stories, this is who we are, and we share ourselves with others, and we build relationships and connections with others all over the world.
For sure.
And so I think that just the fact that somebody that you and I only know exclusively through the VeeFriends community, and we only know the VeeFriends community because Andrew introduced us, and like the Gary V thing was already in our wheelhouse.
Appreciate you guys.
And it just having Andrew introduce us to VeeFriends, but you and I already knew Gary V, so it just connected this super huge dot for us. And next thing you know, we have relationships with people, and she's in the chat right now saying, "Please collab with me, Native."
Right.
That's the way it just all trickles down and interconnects this this huge web of we can build together. Right?
For sure.
And
yeah, you know what? Speaking of that, Plush Garden. So this little thing that I made here.
Oh yeah, show Plush that shit.
So this is made on metal, right? You hear that? So I printed this out, and then I just very generically cut the eyeballs out of this. I've got a Dremel that I can use now that'll make it super smooth. But something like this, we can take your art that you do on your stickers, and we can make metal signs. Whether they're 8x12, 12x14.
Holy crap is right.
Yeah. Or the onboard signs. You've got the onboard signs from like Baby on Board or whatever. Like
Yep.
I made some Black Cat ones, and I sent them to Court, and I told her, I was like, hey, I've got an idea. Like take this Black Cat, very lucky Black Cat on board sign. I was like, and slap it on one of the windows in the subway in New York, and just take a video of it, either pulling up or taking off. You know what I mean? But like a Black Cat on board sign in the New York subway, bro. Come on, let's go.
Hard.
Thinking outside
That's
the box,
hard.
player.
That's hard.
All right. You know what, dude? We should have talked the Bengals stuff when Sammy taps in on the feed, because he's gonna be pissed he missed all that. But have you seen the video of Rampage Jackson, his son, in that like amateur wrestling match?
That video is one of the most low-key disturbing things I've seen and it's not like there's gore and blood. It's just human
rage,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm if you're violence is not necessarily the thing you're worried about here. Obviously he punches him, but like it's just the fact that he punches him 22 times. That at one point you're just like, all right, you've got to just stop, man.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. It's
absolutely
that video
insane,
was sickening,
man.
disturbing, barbaric. And
So if you guys haven't seen what we're talking about, there's a Rampage Jackson's son was in a wrestling match, and before the fight happened, one of the veterans, he's actually like an Army vet who's had PTSD through the Army, and doing this wrestling thing's actually helped his PTSD. But he was one of the most popular guys in the wrestling, amateur wrestling field for whatever that tournament or group is, and he said something to Rampage Jackson's son. And he's like, "Oh, you don't know who I am?" And then he grabs a can of beer and turns around and smacks him right in the head with it, right? And the can busts open. And it doesn't do anything to Rampage's son. He's just sitting there looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why would you do that? And so like nothing really escalated right there. It was kind of got, there was smoke billowing, but it got stomped out pretty quick. And then what we were witnessing was the kick stream that he was on. So he was on his own kick stream, and there was people in on the chat that were just going in on him, like, "Hey, you better get him back. You're a pussy if you don't fucking clap back at him." And he was and so
instigating him.
Yeah, so Rampage Jackson's son was like, "Oh, I'm a body slam him. I don't know if I'm a body slam him or hit him first." He's like, "What do you think, chat? What should I do?" And then the chat was just ripping on him like, "Oh, you can't even pick him up." And then he was like, "Well, you don't think I can take him?" He's like, "No, I got this, And then he just sets the microphone down and then slides into the ring, which apparently he got the approval to do.
Which is what's confusing to me. If the guy didn't know it was coming, but he knew he was getting slammed, or he didn't. That's the question.
I think he did. I think that was whole part. On all of wrestling is the schematics of setting up the fight, the next fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but so he got the okay to slide into the ring and then pick the guy up and body slam him. And the way he did it, he took all of his force, and the dude was way bigger than Rampage Jackson's son. So, like, for him to be able to pick him up over his shoulder like that, and like gave him the patented like Rampage Jackson slam to the fucking canvas move, where his head hit the canvas, and then he just blacked out and just swung 22 times before somebody pulled him off. Now, if somebody wouldn't have pulled him off, like, how many times would he have swung? He would have swung till his arms got tired, and just till he turned to jello. Like, he blacked out at that moment, bro.
He was literally, at that point, I believe he was just like cut loose in his head. You know what I mean? Like you're
disengaged from your body.
Just literally don't even. Because at that point because he looks like he is having an outer body experience while he's punching. It's like it comes to the point where he just gets in rhythm.
Yeah.
And when he got in rhythm like that with that hitting, like brain damage. Every
single hit, bro.
You know, like that's like I said, sickening, man. That's long-term damage he just inflicted on someone, and we don't even know the outcome. Oh, we got time panda.
Yeah, we don't. Courtside, man. How do you feel about that situation, bro? What you saw the video?
He was in the wrong
for sure.
Well, yeah.
You know, but is that like
after he picked him up and put him against the canvas? It was like that's probably should have been the end of that. So I don't know, like what the extra stuff kicked in. That ain't no telling.
Do you know Rampage Jackson as a UFC fighter?
Not really.
Yeah, like you've never seen him on like The Ultimate Fighter.
I probably have. I probably just didn't know it was like Rampage. You know what I'm saying? I just probably didn't know who he was. I
Okay.
seen some highlights or something like that.
So I feel like a lot of people don't know who Rampage is, then like they don't know the shit is hereditary. You know what I mean? Like that same anger that you saw in his son last night is the same anger that you see in Rampage, you know, when during fights, after fights, in the middle of fights, you know what I mean? Like confrontations, and it's just a short temper, you know what I mean? And it's like once they go black, once they fucking, you know, see red, it's over, and they don't, you know, it's crazy to think that like that some people black out and then they don't even realize like I couldn't stop. You know what I mean? Like it was just something in my fucking brain that just clicked. But for Rampage's son, like even afterwards, like he was when he was walking away from the situation, he was like, I told them not to play with me. Like I told them I'm not the one. You know what I mean? And that like seeing shit like that, like, and for him being so young, bro, and it's like there's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of shit on his plate. You can tell, like, you know what I mean. Your dad is a UFC champion. You know what I mean. And now you're trying to follow in his footsteps, but you know, and a lot of people got doubt. There's all these different things, but like, bro, what like that wasn't the move, man. And that's gonna. I really think it's gonna be up to that wrestler to press charges, and if he wants to go to the full extent, bro, like I really think that's attempted murder. You know what I mean? Like 22 punches to the face, and the fact that the ref, you know, I understand wrestling is you know scripted to an extent. You know what I mean? But for that ref not to stop in, and for all those other wrestlers,
that is
like not to come in and stop that after the first punch, let alone waiting 22 before you spear him off the guy. Like,
or maybe they didn't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely a shocking moment where you're looking at the situation. You're going, there's no way this is happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? And 22 punches is going to come quick. It's not like 22 punches in 30 seconds. You know what I mean? It was probably a 3 punches a second.
But I did see like that after like a certain period of time, like people came in and they tried to like stop it. So I don't know. Maybe people were just looking like, what's going on?
Yeah,
and
like
then,
there's no way. Yeah, like there's. The human body is crazy how it reacts, man. But regardless, dude, prayers to that wrestler that he makes a full recovery, because that is, you know, for somebody to have PTSD from war and then go into wrestling that helps your PTSD, and then have something like that happen.
Mess you up.
It's gonna mess you up for life, man.
Life,
and it's and unfortunately, this is gonna chase Rampage's son for life, bro. It doesn't matter what he goes to do. He can be a fighter in the UFC, and they're gonna be talking about this moment.
He's never
for 30 years. Oh no, they're not. No, he's not gonna get a contract, do anything, because he can't control his anger.
Yeah, it's a wrap for that.
It's a wrap. Yeah, he's gonna have to.
It's a wrap.
He's gonna have to get in the chest, bro. Completely different. Do a 180
in the chest.
All right, man. So what?
It's interesting. That's like the complete opposite as opposite as it gets. I was actually looking into some up in my chess game.
Dude,
I play it, but there's like certain level of strategy you can learn to play, and I was looking into like, doing some mental, because like right now when I do my mental gymnastics or warm ups, I play like Words with Friends, and then I go through like exercises where I will say all the words in like alliteration, kind of like VeeFriends. VeeFriends is kind of what gave me the idea, and I'll just start typing a bunch of words in, and I'll just like, it'll remind me of other words, and it like takes me back to places, I guess, and reminds me of things.
For sure.
I was just thinking about like lately and how much I use my brain for my life. Like literally, my brain is it. I'm not doing that many things on athletic front other than carrying my daughter around here and there, like, but I am doing a lot of work with, thinking on things, and gotta work on the muscle. You gotta push yourself, and stuff like VeeFriends, and with the different alliterations and words and all the information, that learning about what terminology is, like learning to understand what tenacious is and stuff. And then Words with Friends is a whole thing.
Zach Statham in the building.
Statham, hey.
Yo,
Big
I
dog.
What's up,
I just
dude?
messaged Primal. What up? What up?
Bro.
I didn't think you would be in that quick, my dude.
That's amazing, bro.
Thanks for
Miss
coming
you,
and hanging
dude.
with us.
Hope all is well, bro. It's crazy that beer cellar just floated down the river like that. That was crazy.
Oh, bro, we
Bro.
should have put that in the fucking title, man, because that is such a crucial memory for so many of us, dude.
Oh, I know.
I'm about to message some more people now.
Yeah, bro. Statham, man.
Appreciate
We
you,
had
John. That's awesome.
we had some
Wave
killer
Parker
times down
joined.
there,
Thanks for taking a share, bro. I appreciate you fucking coming hang out with us, yo. What up? What up?
You know what's crazy, bro? So when I posted that photo on Instagram, I took that photo from Mike B. He's the DJ for the Animal Crackers, and I thought it was his photo, but it was actually a screenshot of Scott Beasler, who owns the Lodge down in Dayton, Kentucky, which that's that place that I was telling you about, man. Like right when you get into Dayton, there's this big ass building on the left side, and it's like it's just a house of creatives out there, bro. Like okay. There's like 6 or 7 like little apartments or something.
Yeah.
But Scott Beasler bought the place like 30 years ago, and it's got a basketball gym in there. Like it literally has like a full basketball gym, or not a full. I think it's a half court. Okay. But behind the basketball goal is like a theater stage. You know what I mean? It's like one of those old school lodges. But
okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But anyways, where was I going with that?
We were talking about floating on the
like
river.
It's got like the curtains and all that stuff. Like the hoop is here, and then behind
Yep.
the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. We were talking about Dayton. Shit.
Well, we were talking about beer cellar.
Oh, for sure.
Down the
And
river.
Hooters. Yeah.
And Hooters. The whole memory thing. I mean.
Oh yeah. The photo. That's right. I was talking about the photo that I uploaded from. Thank you, buddy. Always appreciate it. But that photo ended up going crazy viral. Where I had the news asking me if they can use the photo, and I was like, hey, it's Scott Beasler. It's like, oh, you got to go ask him. And like, let me show you what.
Did y'all know that you can like just take it and like float away with it like that? I didn't know that. I thought that. Like,
I did. Look at look at the professional dashboard for Native.
Like when I heard Hooters was going out of business, I thought
see how many
moving, but the building was just gonna still be on the river. I didn't know you can just take it off and just like.
Yeah, so it was it was a dock essentially with a structure built onto it,
Which we didn't walk on.
And ironically, the night before it left, the night before they took the Hooters and the beer cellar dock off, just completely detached it and took it away. Mm-hmm. Me and Andrew we had just closed up the shop here, and we're going on like a walk. So we were just going to go smoke by the river, And I was like, "Yo, like,
I like how it breaks it all
let's
down
pop
like that and
over
tells you
and walk
exactly.
out there." And Andrew didn't want to go, and I was like, "That's fine. I don't really care that much." But I'll tell you what, I would have cared a little bit more if I had known that I was never gonna have a chance to do it again. I was like, "Yeah, it's no big deal. It'll be there." That's why I didn't think. That's why I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't go because it could have fallen on us or some shit.
But maybe the universe kept us from going because it wasn't even safe to do it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know what though, bro? Like it's a fucking shame because that place, you know, at its heyday, like even after its heyday, like when Statham and Johnny B and like they would throw those events down there, like where the old JB Finn used to be. The memories and the amount of people that were down there was insane, bro. And it was free to get in. You know what I mean? Like they didn't charge anything.
You just walk up.
Just walk up, bro. And then they had the Hooters girls were like just had an extra outdoor area to cater to.
Yeah, and the best part about it is both the Hooters and Beer Cellar could intermingle, and be able to get their wings over here, and then get their party on the other side. So you're literally it's like a juxtaposition. You have everything you want in one little area for a social gathering, and it's brought together by it had beach vibes too. It had all these different things.
Yeah,
There was
bro.
a lot going on there. So we are taking a loss as a local community with that spot being gone. So, but we don't realize it because it was always kind of slept on in its own right. It's popular, but it was only popular for certain scenes.
Right.
I feel like most of the time when I'd go down there, it was mostly pretty slow unless they had an event or some kind of DJs.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So because you could walk by it and see that there was nothing going on, but then when there was a DJ popping, like it was like a party, and that those parties were pretty fun though. I remember you being set up there.
Yeah, dude.
Yep,
All the time,
I remember
man.
you being set up there. Yeah, for sure. That was definitely one of those core memories for that area.
So what do you what do you think about the USS Nightmare? Do you think they're gonna take over that spot? Would that be a better spot for the USS Nightmare to set up from where they usually are?
They got more eyes on them in front of the levee.
Yeah.
That's really all about. I think that spot would make more sense if they were there year round and they did a year round haunted house in that spot. Now that's money.
Is it though? Like I was who was I talking to about this? Fucking like just last week, bro. It was like I was talking to somebody about like having a haunted house open year round and how
They have them.
yeah, but like you probably make less money because when Halloween comes around, no one's excited for you to open. You know what I mean? You've been open in July.
Well, I would say the best thing they should do in that case is they should be
Revamp it in October, where you got a
shutdown,
new
a
thing.
2-week shutdown, and you don't know what the next
Jules from
season.
Jules and the Ghouls joined the chat.
Hey.
What up, Jules?
Hey,
Appreciate
Jules.
you.
I think the year-round thing is cool because they could change it month to month if they really wanted to. Because if you're committed to it, you're going to have a business plan on how to hey, how do we maintain freshness? What can we do? And you're going to become more innovative. And I think build it bigger. I think the year after year, they don't have to change things as much because they can. You just anticipate they might be able to add limited things, but they can keep and maintain.
I got it. What if the USS Nightmare did a haunted tour or a haunted trip where like
They take you on the road.
you're on bro, like you hop on in Cincy and then you dock in Louisville. You know what I mean? Like
No, it would be a private, like you pay for this type of thing because
We out here.
Or they have times when they leave and you have to be on the boat by the time they leave.
Yeah.
That.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. I see you.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, it would have a little bit of like this.
The money would probably be ate up in gas. I'm sure fuel for a boat is outrageous, especially for something like that where you're trying to drive down the river. But
That's fair. But I do think year round, because like when we've gone to like vacation spots and like Myrtle Beach, for example,
Hey, if you guys have any questions, just yell for us. Appreciate you. We are live at the Levee.
We are live. Like Myrtle Beach or different tourist towns, they will have haunted houses year round because a lot of the people are coming in the summer, so they have to be.
They had one in Buffalo, New York when we were out there, bro.
That's sick. I honestly wish we had one of the. If the USS Nightmare, was open year round down here on the Levee, I'm sure that would be an attraction that could handle a year round.
That's what we're talking about.
They should take some off time. Now, hey, what up, Big XL? What up, Zach Dennis? What's up, everybody? Thank you for jumping in to say what up. I appreciate you accepting the invite.
Yeah, John G's over there, just on the phone, just making shit happen. Just
man, I was taught a long time ago, work that phone. Like
for
that,
sure.
That's your day job. Everything else is the prep work. That's where you go.
Yeah.
If anybody listening right now is ever
shock the fucking hobby house from the hobby house, you guys know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the hobby house that you pull the card from, right?
Plush, I've been in your area.
Yeah.
Plush, I've been in your area. I don't know if John's been out there, but yeah, we've all gotten to travel. Up north, Buffalo. I've been to Buffalo for sure. That's the cool thing about Buffalo is they have that football team. And it's like a fan base unlike anything else. Are you a Bills fan? Or do you like sports at all? Is it sports ball? What's your take?
Yeah, that's Buffalo. That's where I just Dave and Adams. That's where I went and sold that card. So Hobby House, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking in. Obviously, John G was the one that pulled the 1-of-1 Superfractor with you guys. I pulled the 1-of-1 Michael Rubin with Whiskey Jack.
Oh, dude, that's I love Whiskey Jack. He's the man. Whiskey Jack's the fucking man.
And the wife and I drove to Buffalo, New York to sell the car to Dave and Adams, which was dope.
Wow.
But I was bummed, bro. Like here's a crazy story. So like the guy messages me on X and he's like, hey, blah 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 from Dave and Adams. Our offer still stands at $25K for the card. And so I show my wife and she's like, there's no fucking way. Like that's not real. And I'm over here, goosebumps everywhere, and I'm like, it's real. This is Dave and Adams. It's the biggest card dealer in the world. And so we get in the car, like him and I talk a little bit, get in the car, and I'm like, I'll just drive it out. Because he's like, look, you can drive it to me and we'll pay you cash, or you can mail it with an Apple ID, like a little Apple AirTag, and he's like, just put it in the box so you know exactly where that package is. He's like, it costs you $30, but it's gonna give you a peace of mind because you're gonna know where all that AirTag is. But Kaylin was like, let's go. Like I want the experience. I want to go see this cash. Like, because the other way it was like he'll just drop it in the PayPal. So we're heading out there. And we've got it set up where we're going to meet him at Dave and Adams' offices. So he's going to give us a tour of the office. We're going to get to see all this sports memorabilia shit. And then, like, we're like an hour out or like 45 minutes out, and I message him, and I'm like, hey, half hour out, just about to pull in Buffalo. And he's like, hey, change of plans. Can you meet me in my house? And I'm like, dude, I do not want to tell fucking Kaylin that we're not going to those offices, that we got to go to some stranger's house now. And I'm like, hey, bro, like is there any way that we can meet at the office or even at the card shop? You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, I'm sorry, I've got a client coming at 7:30. I've got to be at the house. So can you just meet me here? And I'm telling Kaylin, I'm like, all right. We got to change the address. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we got to go to this guy's house. And she's like, what? Whose house? I'm like, the guy that's buying the card. She's like, you're bringing a $25,000 card to a stranger's house, and we're just going to pull into his driveway. And I'm like, I guess so. You know what I mean? Like, and then she's got me thinking, we're about to get set up.
Anything could go.
We're definitely getting set up. So I'm online. I'm Googling this guy's name, and I'm Googling like employees of Dave and Adams and like all this other stuff. And so we get there, and it's like it's a nice neighborhood, and so Kaylin feels a little bit better. So then we pull up to the house, and the front door's open, but he's got a screen door, and Kaylin's like, I'm just gonna sit right here. Like, go ahead and go to the front door and like see what happens. So I go up there. He lets me in, and it's him and his wife, and they're feeding their baby daughter. And I'm like, bro, like the past hour, I've been stressing out, thinking that I'm gonna get murdered for this card. And he's like, oh no, man, like I'm just
people have killed for far less things.
Far less, bro.
Far less things.
Yeah.
So it's not totally
out of the realm of possibility.
I don't think it's overly cautious to be to consider your safety when transporting something. Of
I wish
I
would have just done the research before we even left the house, just in case. You know what I mean? Because when Kaylin started telling me these things, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, none of this makes sense.
Speaking of your drive to New York, Plush is in the chat real quick. I definitely have to take her up on this because I've got kids. Andrew's got kids. When you say you've got kids that play Plush, are you saying that you've got kids that play VeeFriends as well, like the trading card game? And then also, you boys have both been to Buffalo, New York, Andrew and Jay. Courtside Kurt, have you been to Buffalo, New York? I've never been to New York. And
they got black squirrels, bro. They got black squirrels.
That's fucking wild.
They look cool as fuck too.
I would have a black squirrel as a pet. I don't know. That sounds cool as fuck. Like just have a little shoulder pow.
Oh, dude, it'd be fire. Yeah.
But Plush said that she'll cook for us. I'm a foodie. All right, that's why Beyond the Stage Foodies eventually has to be a thing.
All right, so Plush,
I'm down to throw down in the kitchen with you, Plush.
Let me ask you a question because Abe Lincoln, he had a speech a long time ago, obviously, but he was talking about the giants of Niagara Falls and how the bones of these giants looked on this magnificent, like, wonder of the world. And like, have you heard of anything like that? Have you heard of any like giants' bones being discovered in Buffalo, New York, or like, do you even know about this? Because like when I went to New York and we went to Niagara Falls, and I didn't know the story until I came home, and I was so mad that I learned the story after the fact. Because I was like, like we did the tour, like we were with the tour guides, and I was like, man, I would have loved to ask this dude about the giants of Niagara Falls. Because like, if the president is talking about it in a speech, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some validity to it.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you just don't go out and say that in front of your constituents. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
I don't know. We are totally living in like some crazy alternate reality right now. In so many,
for sure.
As far as the way the world is run, this is a different timeline. It's got to be some.
All right. So there's only a actually it's probably only Plush, John, and then us here. So the question that I wanted to ask Gary V, right? I think we alluded to it last week. But Plush was the one that didn't get to hear it, right? She was like, "Oh my God, I want to hear the question." So I want to ask the question where she can hear it, because I want to ask it to John, and I want to see what he thinks the outcome would be in that situation.
Well, you turn the camera.
So yeah, so
lay it on me.
All right. So I've got a question that I want to ask Gary V, and
all right.
This question is, it's. Like, to me, it's mind-blowing. To some people, it may be like, you're out of your fucking mind, bro. But, like, I believe in parallel universes. Like, there's one thing about me that really upsets me is thinking that there's another Jay Banks in another parallel universe that's doing better than me. Because that means that he's made better decisions, he's made better moves. You know what I mean? So that keeps me accountable in this realm, even though this might be my one and only life.
I highly relate to this. This is so you're asking the right guy.
Okay. All right. So you believe in parallel universes?
I believe in parallel universes.
Okay.
String theories and all type. There's a few levels to what I believe in when it comes to alternate dimensions and existing in the same space and time, but not necessarily in this physical dimension that we live in.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you this question, and I'm gonna ask you not to ask Gary V because I know that you're good with taking questions.
I'm sorry I stole your question, Andrew.
I didn't say anything. I don't say anything about it.
No, I'm saying that for my own personal because I saw it myself.
It was a mistake. It won't happen again.
All right, because this question's good, and this question's going to get Gary to stop in his tracks, bro.
Okay.
It's going to get him to stop in his tracks and be like, wow, that's a good question. All right. In a parallel universe, where is VeeFriends at with the capable caterpillar as their mascot? Because you know that was almost their mascot, correct?
Right, that was the original, not the black cat.
So in a parallel universe where the black cat sat in the back seat, where is VeeFriends at with the caterpillar as the main focus?
Now, do you want me to answer this question, what do I think? You want me to speculate on this?
Yeah, I want you to answer on what you think because I like obviously
I think that if the capable caterpillar. Now this is really bold. This is not my only take, but this is one of the first takes, theoretically that comes to mind. The capable caterpillar versus the very, 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 very lucky black cat. Let's just talk about the difference between luck and being capable. I believe that this particular game, while is kid friendly, and I love talking about
it went.
Yeah, we're frozen on John G's face right now. It looks like it looks like the live video ended actually on my end here.
Let me see.
Really?
Yeah, so it looks like we need to reconnect.
No, I don't see it. Yeah.
You said you don't see it?
Nope.
Well, I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. I mean, I don't want to stop the podcast and start again.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I you know what? I'm assuming that is divine intervention that it froze right when we were trying to talk about that question.
All right, so while it's just us real quick.
Well, someone can hear.
No, go for it.
Yeah.
Who can hear?
It's live on Facebook.
Oh, who's on Facebook with us?
I'm sure people.
I didn't know that we had a Facebook chat that we could pay attention to.
Yeah. On Facebook. I'm going to go to it in a second. What are you thinking, Kurt?
You said what?
What's on your mind? Based on all the information you've gathered in this podcast.
Why you asking me that question? I'm chilling.
He's chilling.
He's just trying to get you some love on the mic, bro.
No,
You know what I mean? Got to make sure that the whole tribe
you're
gets
here
love.
too.
that was a random ass question.
Yeah,
Look,
it's not leaving you out.
I leave no one out.
It won't even let me send a message on
You're
it.
not live right now, according to us on IG. According to the front end. So you might have to just relaunch that.
Oh, we're live.
We are?
We
On
were.
Facebook?
Is that Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Facebook? How we feeling?
But
Anybody in the chat with us over there?
You know it's moving because the cat eyes are moving. You know it's not froze.
Oh, right. Hey, by the way, the what do you think of that Caitlin Clark logo? Do you see that?
What? Well, hold on. She got.
Hold on. Now he speaks.
Yeah, what do you think? That's Caitlin Clark's new Nike logo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
They should put it in color. You know what I'm saying?
Too minimalist.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I think
minimalist.
You know, like make it like just add some color to it, like
Yeah.
You know?
I think they definitely will. I mean, this looks like just the packaging for maybe the bags or something.
Oh, okay.
But it's obviously it's a CC, but like being an artist, what I noticed right away is that one C is inverted. right? So you got one C this way, the second C is upside down.
Yeah.
And what that does is that creates an infinite logo. So check it out. So you see how it fades here and then it fades here, but the way that it crosses like an infinite logo. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I love it, bro. I like the simplicity of it, okay. But I like the fact that.
But you don't think it would be cool, like if it was like in like.
Oh, they're gonna crush
like a
that.
tie dye or like rainbow colors.
Tie dye is gonna be insane. Yeah, and I'm sure it will.
That's all I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean that there's a million things that they can do with this, bro. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Starting off, yeah, it's cool.
I think they did a great job with it. So unfortunately, it looks like we lost connection on Instagram, which might end up honestly figuring out why we've got such bad connection to Instagram. Because were we lagging on Facebook at all? You know what I mean? Because if we're only lagging on
it looks like
Instagram,
you're frozen in the actual software right there now on Kurt's face. Okay, bang, bang, bang. We're back.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what's going on, bro.
You know how recently Gary has like been more involved with like you see more videos of him involving the kids in VeeFriends.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's ultimately what he always wanted. You know, I don't think that it's just a ploy. I think that similar to me, like.
What up, bro?
Oh shit! What up, gang? What's good? We out here.
Let me see that ring, bro. What's cracking, man? How you feeling?
What's up, man? I'm John G. What's your name?
What's up, bro? CJ.
CJ, nice to meet you, bro.
What's up?
Let me see that ring, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's bad, bro.
Hey, that's what we like to hear.
Hell yeah, that's tight. I got the white nail. I think I'm gonna go black nail polish next time, bro.
Yeah, black nail polish. Yeah. My sister does these.
Oh shit! All right. Damn, bro. Yeah, man. Mine are so bad that it looks like whiteout. It doesn't look like nail polish. It looks like I did this in school while I was just fucking sitting there in class.
I feel like that's
what I tell people.
That's
bro.
your like true '90s
my
essence
daughter
coming
doesn't.
out, like even in that right there.
Oh, for sure, bro. Just drawing on them while you're in class, just to feel that coldness on your nails. You remember that shit?
I'll never forget it.
That's hilarious. All right, bro. What else are we gonna talk about?
Let's talk about this Atlas situation.
3i Atlas.
Let's talk about Atlas for a little bit.
3i Atlas.
I'm on a sober kick right now.
What's that, Jay?
So 3i Atlas is the third interstellar object to infiltrate our solar system. Right. This thing's on trajectory from another solar system to reach ours. It's going 130,000 miles an hour. It's 12 miles wide. So they're saying like this basically this piece of rock is as
an
big.
Asteroid.
Some say it's a comet, but it's doing stuff that comets don't normally do. It's the size of Mount Everest. It's 12 miles wide, which is fucking outrageous. It's going 130,000 miles an hour. It doesn't have a white tail like most comets do that are like releasing gas through the cosmos or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the weird thing is this thing's coming in at a trajectory where it's going to wrap right around Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, and then it's going to slingshot around the sun and shoot back out into outer space. So like the chances of this thing being able to get as close to Venus, Jupiter, and Mars, and then it's going to be like October 29th is when it's going to be like the most visible for us.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hidden behind the sun. So this thing's going to be traveling around the sun to get that trajectory to shoot back out into outer space. But a lot of people are saying that this is an alien mothership that's coming to Earth. Like, and bro,
what do you think?
What do I
What do
think?
I think?
Like,
Yeah, what do we think? Yeah, what
like
do you-
here,
what do you think,
here's what I think. I think Yellowstone is about to erupt, bro. I think there's some fucking shit going on in Yellowstone that people aren't realizing, or if they are, like, people are realizing it, but the news isn't saying shit about it because it's long overdue. But you can see videos of people that have water bottles on sitting on the ground in Yellowstone, and you can hear popping. Like, it sounds like popcorn inside inside like a just sitting on your stove, popping with the top on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's happening a lot, bro. And so, like, the Yellowstone, the geysers or whatever at Yellowstone, they pop every 250,000 years or something, and we're like 270,000 into it. But it sounds like boiling water underground, bro. Like, legit. Let me pull up a video real quick just so you can see it, because it's fucking.
I think there's actually intelligent life a part of this. Based on the information that we're gathering, I think this atlas it's basically traveling at unorthodox ways. You know, like where a normal piece of debris in space would go and how fast it would go. This is actually, originally they were saying it was stopping and starting and moving weird.
Yeah.
And then it's
It's changing speeds and shit.
changing speed. So to me, that screams someone's controlling it. So extraterrestrial, they say it's out of our solar system. It is completely foreign. So I think that screams intelligent life. And whether we're going to be afraid of it or we're going to be embracing it, here soon it's going to be right by us. So we have no choice. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
But I'm excited to see what happens next, to be honest with you.
I mean,
What do you think?
I mean, if it is, then you don't have no choice but to embrace it.
Right.
You got to do something. You got to embrace and react.
Every Tuesday.
It sounds like it's boiling. And that's only 2 videos of like 30 I've seen and heard so far. And I mean, I don't know much about that topic, but is the ground sounding like it's bubbling? Sure, it's Yellowstone, but that sounds crazy. Have you guys heard that? Is this the first time you...
That's alarming.
Yeah, bro. And the crazy thing is, people are saying, like, well, why would the news
Not cover that.
why would the news cover it if it's
Not doing something alarming.
if it's going to be a disastrous event that's going to, like, if Yellowstone, if the geysers at Yellowstone explode, it creates some sort of dark cloud from like California to like past Alabama, where like we're going to be in complete darkness and people are going to die. They're going to like no oxygen type shit. Like, if Yellowstone explodes, it's a world-changing event, and you can't run from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
That is the crazy thing about nature is like it's you can't fight that force.
Yeah. You can't. Mother Nature is so far undefeated.
And that's why when you asked me, you said how I felt about it. I'm like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
what can you do?
You can't. All right. What can you do?
Nothing.
There's nothing. We're prisoners of our own world, but at the same time, our minds take in the information and react differently. So, like, even though you may not be able to do anything, you can prepare. You can, in the best way you know how, whether it's make sure you've got enough perishable goods in your storage. Make sure, if just in case lights go out, you have candles, stuff like that. Like, there's things you can prepare for. I mean,
Do you remember the movie 2012?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, of
I
course.
remember
Yeah.
saying that. Me and my homies saw it at the theaters, and it had everybody thinking that the world was going to end. We're
Yes.
still here. So this is what I'm saying.
We still are here,
So this is what I'm saying.
but that doesn't mean we
I don't
aren't.
give a damn about
If it
that.
ends, it ends. You know what I mean? Like,
If it explodes, then we'd have lived a good life.
true.
I don't.
Well-
there ain't nothing else you can do about it. I
That's
don't give
fair.
a damn about
That's a
it.
fair.
Here's a
Until the end
here's a
of my
crazy
life.
thing, bro. There's a TV show on right now. Damn, what was it called? It wasn't Paradise, because Paradise was amazing. That's about like we're living in a secret bubble that no one knows about. But there's this other show that I was just watching that they're talking about. Damn, what was the name of it, man? See, I shouldn't have even brought it up because I'm over here trying to look up the Yellowstone boiling shit. Let me see. Was it Netflix?
There's definitely a wonder to all the stuff that is happening in our. You don't know. We don't know if we're in a bubble. We don't know if we're in deep space. We don't actually know the truth. All we know is based on science and based on what we're researching and trying to understand exactly what it is. We don't know really what the universe is. Like when I first understood what a black hole is and how that works, I was like, space just stretches and it just becomes like just an endless hole, and that's really all it is. And it's just where light can't even escape. And it's hard to even understand how big it is to our brains, because the only thing we really recognize is what media and movies, film puts out for us to try to understand. Like, there's a lot of conversation about the movie Interstellar, for example, how that movie really framed our way of time and multi-dimension, not travel, but multi-dimension movement. Because when he gets behind the bookshelf later in the movie, he's speaking in a different dimension, trying to just get a little bit of attention. All it is some dust, and that really opened up a lot of people's mind. Because like obviously we had like the Matrix, and then we had like how they did with Doctor Strange and how they morph the world and we see different things in different weird ways. But Interstellar was like, this ain't science fiction. We're gonna put science and make it emotional.
Oh, it was crazy, bro.
And they put it together.
Was that a Christopher Nolan movie?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's like when they were
I'm not the movie producer guy. But
when they were on the water world, and they were like, every minute that we spend here is 7 years that we're losing in our Earth.
we're aging like dogs.
That is so fucking crazy to think, bro.
Yep.
Like every minute is 7 years.
More than dogs. I mean, we're aging like. I mean, when Nate comes back, it's like so many years has passed. And
He was the same age as his daughter.
same age as his daughter.
Yeah.
And that is kind of the sadness behind that movie and the level of depth that they go with that storytelling. They mix the science.
That's
science
how
and
it would work.
storytelling.
Yeah.
It was science and storytelling.
Did you see the plasma tunnels that are connecting other worlds? Did you see that I sent you? Let me play this real quick, because this is crazy. This lady, she writes books about plasma and how like we're basically living in a plasma bubble, like we're all just swimming through this like theoretical plasma. But like listen to this. I think it's probably like 3 minutes long.
Like,
Astronomers discover an interstellar tunnel that connects our solar system to other stars. This was theorized but never proven until now. So basically, the Max Planck Institute, using their machine eRosita, found tunnels and pockets filled with hot plasma that connect us to two constellations. One of them being Canis Major, and that includes Sirius. And guess why that's crazy? Because the Dogon tribe in Africa knew Sirius's cosmology before astronomy confirmed it. They knew that Sirius was not a single star, but it was a system with an invisible companion, what we now call Sirius B. They also spoke of a third star, which still has not been confirmed. And guess how they learned this? From these beings called Nomo, who descended from the sky from Sirius, who were amphibious, fish-like, or water-like entities. Here they are. Here are more. And they told them things. They taught them agriculture, weaving, healing, and about the structure of the universe. I first found this on LinkedIn. Lanston Burroughs Jones Jr. posted it. He works with plasma. And this was insane. Posted a quote from the Bible: out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. John 7:38. The Nomo people, living waters. They travel through waters of the sky. It's plasma, guys. Holy F. It also connects to Centaurus, and I'm sure there's a whole lot of other mythological things there. So I found the actual paper. I have a plasma book coming out September 9th. The link is in my bio. This is why I love plasma. It's about consciousness and plasma and the new human potential. Okay, back to this. Basically, they figured out, well, we know this. We live in an enormous bubble of million-degree low-density plasma. As I said, these tunnels lead to Canis Major and Centaurus, or however you say these things, and that these pathways may connect our cosmic neighborhood to larger super bubbles. We're all connected. Okay, this is what's interesting. The hot plasma does not uniformly fill our local bubble. Instead, it extends differently in various directions, contain that structural complexity, not just a blob. So if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these findings support that we live in a plasma universe, which we do. And there is something called plasma cosmology, which is a non-standard model of the universe that posits plasma and its associated electric and magnetic forces are the primary organizing principles rather than just gravity. Hannes Alphen said this long time ago. I'm on one today, a long time ago. It also suggested that the universe is eternal and lacks a beginning or end. It is against the Big Bang. As am I. It was a big birth, but was it even a birth? It was a regeneration. We are a self-sustaining torus of plasma, which is the vehicle for consciousness, which is what I get into in my book.
All right.
I knew she was going to sell us a book. No,
I know, bro. No, for real, though. For real.
Jokes aside, though, I just kind of want to ask a question. Has everybody here seen Donnie Darko?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Man,
Andrew, Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
You guys have both
It's
seen
one of
it.
my favorite movies.
So I have a quote from Donnie Darko. I was one of those cheesy Tumblr kids in the early 2000s. I've got "destruction is a form of creation" tattooed on my chest, which is like the quote that Donnie Darko said in the classroom. But this just made me think about those fucking bubbles coming out of his chest. And, you know, we talk about space travel. We talk about time travel. But we're in an era where, like, the concept of space-time and the interconnection of space-times is becoming a common conversation.
Yeah, it is common. Because the internet, the transfer of information is making more people open to the idea of the conversation. So I think that's a big part, because people weren't always on this mentality, and because of technology and...
Did I lose you? Check.
Yeah.
I think I lost you. You guys can hear me in the mic in your headphones?
Oh, did I just pull you out?
Check.
I can hear you.
Check.
Now I can't hear anything.
Check.
I am... Oh, nope.
Nobody
Check.
can hear nothing?
I can hear now.
You guys can't?
I think I'm back.
Are you back? Not back?
I think I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. So can't plug that in.
Here, you want this one?
No, we're good. This is so I've got this ran. Oh, I see what I did wrong. 1 second.
You'll have that.
I'm trying to go live on my actual phone, so that we can go live on Instagram again.
Get IG back up, yeah.
And then dump all this sound right into the phone. But I've got it hooked up to the spare part here, and it. Give me a second.
It just pulled all that audio from you, I guess.
I'm big on spirituality, but there comes a point where where does the line between spirituality and scientific observation, where does that line in and of itself disappear? Not where is it drawn, but where does it evaporate, and we recognize that not only are each of us connected, not just through social media, but we are connected through electrical signals, and those electrical signals are are vibrations that have transformed and transmuted over time frames that go beyond this civilization.
Yeah, time. Well, I think the civilization is at. I don't even know if we're at the peak civilization. We are just part of our transition to the next stage, which I think we're entering it through the internet, AI, and open mentalities on like spirituality.
A lot of people would argue that in and of itself, represents the collapse of the civilization rather than the through the advancement of technological advances.
Yeah, but are we collapsing because of the technology, or are we going to collapse because the people that are running the technology and running it are maybe not doing it in everyone's best interest?
From what I understand, it's
an internal destroyer.
It's the data. Yeah, it's the internal destroyer. It's it's the snake consuming itself, right? It's the cycle that that is inevitable when when infrastructure and things build and compile to the point of collapse, right? It's stacking too many cards. It's like, yes, when you stack 3 cards, it looks pretty cool. When you start to stack like 10 to 12 cards, it looks even cooler, right? When you stack but when you go to stack 1,000 cards, you'll be lucky to get to 999. But if you manage to get to 999, by the time you get to 1,000, that could be the one that causes them all to fall, right? So while it looks stronger and it looks like a more complex and more massive and more detailed and more thought out and more stronger, because there's more, it must be better and stronger, but that's not necessarily the case when it comes to compilation over time. And when we're looking at things from a technological standpoint, the science of when we combine technological with the spiritual, anthropological, like just the way people are thinking and speaking these days. We look at tech and business as industries that don't care about the human spirit. They care about the dollar sign. They don't necessarily recognize the human spirit as a part of what they're operating on behalf of, or for, or in favor of. So if something goes against that, it doesn't matter. If something goes against the nature, the well-being of our future, that doesn't matter, because that's irrelevant to the goals right now. And we're, if we look at it from the short-term perspective that we're going to die soon, that we only live this one life, they want to do everything as much as they can right now, and they don't necessarily care about the damage that they do in the short term, because they're, to them, there is no long term, there is no next life, there is no impact on others, there is only their world in this moment.
Do you think their world is focused on how they can either take advantage or utilize the resources in other humans, so then like their world is kind of part of the human spirit? Because humans are doing the jobs, even though AI is starting to take over in the sense of some of the technical work, you can really replicate someone's voice on AI, and you can have the whole conversation with someone you've never, that doesn't even exist in human form. So without even knowing, right? Because it's that good already.
That's just the social threat.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking more on the lines of customer service.
Right.
So I believe I spoke to an AI today when I was in the process of getting my healthcare situation sorted out.
But you didn't realize it at first?
No, I think I think a lot of these companies now are utilizing AI as basically their receptionist, and I could tell just based on how it was talking and how it was receiving my information. Once I got to the human, that wasn't just like an AI that was adapting to each thing I said. Once I got to the human, the conversation felt worlds different. It felt like night and day, to be honest with you. The human interaction versus the interaction I was having with the AI or whatever was answering my questions and giving me educated answers.
No, and it was pretty impressive. I think artificial intelligence is going to benefit us in a lot of ways, but rather than talking
bootleg version of IG Live working well, bro. Working well.
We're in business. But it's the technological pitfall that where when you talk talk about taking advantage of or not caring. I think that so many people want to. People are willing to make the sacrifice. People are willing to put in the work. We're here right now, going live for free, putting our time in together. You know, it's because we enjoy doing this with each other, but we also make sure to do it on this routine, this Tuesday consistently, because, you know, ultimately we are playing at the game of media with everyone, right? We enjoy being a part of this world, right? And that in and of itself has costs that we don't see. And I realized I was talking with ChatGPT about the consequences of AI at scale, as more by the millions people are using it, and what's happening with, you know, the impact on the environment in and of itself. And we're looking at, you know, you were talking about a volcano erupting. We're quite literally drying out entire cities. Quite literally, entire towns have dried out underneath. Their wells have completely gone evaporated in some areas because of these data centers cooling the AI that they're using, and because of like the amount of water that it takes to keep these things cool, and the amount of hardware that it takes to continue to store all of this data that we as content creators and artificial intelligence users end up you know, creating and amounting over time. So it's really, you know, going to come down to how do we, you know, not just do it for fun, but how do we do it in a way that delivers value, that offsets the misuse of these things, that makes the world a better place. You know, at a time when people are willing to be so relentless in their competitive mindset. So that's kind of where my head's at with that bridge between the sociology and the science right there.
So do you think that the science that we are taking in, because science, if anything about science I've learned is as we gain new information, the science changes based on our knowledge. And as we've learned about things about like intergalactic travel and how difficult it would be, and how time works differently in different places based on what we talked about in Interstellar, how a minute can be this much amount of time, and all these different sciences that we've learned, science topics that we've really dove into. Do you think humans, as they explore deeper, as we're talking about at the Atlas, ET, who knows if it's an asteroid or it's some kind of large ship that's 12 miles long? Who knows what it is? But as
think something's gonna collide, is what you're asking?
Do you think that what we're learning right now, can humans handle it? Can humans
absolutely not.
Can humans handle this
on a grand scale? No. I mean, even right here in this room, I can, you know, I'm willing to.
I love it, but it gets so dark, bro. It gets so dark when those lights cut off.
Super mood lighting. You want me to slip out there real quick?
No, go ahead and keep talking, bro. Keep talking.
You know, it's.
But what will humans think when this all comes to push to shove? When something shifts, when not an asteroid hits us, of course, nothing like that. But like when something comes in our atmosphere that is no longer protected by the powers that be.
You think they actually tell people that?
Tell?
Yeah.
What if you don't have a choice to tell?
Oh,
what happens if
that's at the last minute? Then that's gonna be like Independence Day.
That's what I'm saying. Are humans ready?
They've been leaking information for the past 5 years, right? Like, but the reason why they don't
they've been trying to desensitize us a little, haven't they?
100%, bro.
I think they want humans to be able to take it.
Well, here's the thing, bro. They've got to trickle it in, because if they just flat out say aliens are real, then it disputes everything about Christianity. It disputes everything about God, Jesus, like everything. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't mean that God and Jesus isn't real. It
means he was an alien.
It just means that he wasn't a white guy in a robe.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that disputes Christianity. And so what happens if you do something that creates a mindset where there's no heaven and hell, it's just aliens. You know what I mean? Like, so, like Joe Rogan talks about this numerous times about there being a bro. Look at how cute that little girl is with that fucking hair.
I don't see anybody.
Dude, she's like 2 years old. Like, look over here. Look to the left. Look to the left. It looks like Drake's kid with that.
Oh my
like,
God, the poof.
curly
That poof.
blonde. Oh, bro.
Can't see.
What time is it? It's
like
out here living them lives, bro.
It's definitely
9:15 at the Waffle
9:15,
House.
and the levee is still jumping for the kiddos. We love that.
Yeah, bro. But that's the thing. Like I talked
that
to
bedtime.
bro.
It's,
It
best,
is that
it's about my
bedtime.
bedtime.
Right. But that was
Your
one of
bedtime.
So I
Says you.
I talked to Alejandro over at Unataza Coffee, bro. Like she's killing it over there, bro.
Yeah.
Like she's closed on Saturdays, which is odd.
I don't know. I'm just waving.
Oh, I thought I was hoping somebody walked in to fucking turn the lights on.
Meg Robb asked a really good question. She and you guys might know more about this than me. Back in January, the Bayside Mall incident. It's now classified. Somebody named Fitz recorded it.
Oh shit! You know what? I've seen a little bit more in the news about that. That was that Bayside Mall in Miami, Florida. That apparently there was like a big alien invasion that happened, and like there was no footage at the time, but the footage that was shown was like no joke, 70 cops, bro. Like 70 like cop cars.
Are you talking about like it was
like
around like
car, like it was all down the strip where
was it like around like 4th of July, like last year?
Yep. Yeah.
They said all right.
Aliens.
That's okay.
That's what that said, bro.
All right.
In Miami.
I heard it was like a bunch of teenagers and they was
That's what they said.
Firecrackers is like
That's what they
fireworks
tried.
and stuff
That's what
around.
they tried saying, bro. But like everyone that said
70 police did not show up for firecrackers.
for kids, correct.
But they was popping around like
Correct,
like adults
but-
and kids and stuff, and
but-
they was going through the mall popping them, so the police had to show up.
Yeah, but from
70?
what people were saying,
It
like
was a shit ton of teenagers doing it.
yeah, but from witnesses, like
And
they were talking about
in
7 foot
situations like that,
creatures.
You
though.
don't even know if a teenager might have a gun.
Oh, for sure,
You feel
bro.
me? So when they had fireworks,
At this day and age, you've got to expect that they do.
Yeah. So
Well, unfortunately.
you feel me?
I definitely
ain't no
know.
telling.
I
Ain't no
definitely know more kids strapped up, like than I do adults strapped up.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Yeah.
it's so crazy when you're like walking through inner city and you connect with people of just all demographics, and you're seeing, especially like through like the
I
downtown
thought I
area.
had it
There was
going here
there was
too.
a time
when-
Boom, 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 boom,
There was a
boom,
time
boom,
when the
boom.
downtown area was very like, you know, it
Like a
was
wizard.
It was you know, just I'm kind of pivoting way left field here, but you know, just looking at, you know,
Hey, Sammy's finally in here, bro. Sammy, I don't mean to
No, go ahead.
stop the convo, but
yeah, the chat's important, man.
Sam Albano, he said he's like, man, this is my Tuesday thing now. He's like, I'm checking in every Tuesday.
Love that.
Checking in.
And
What's up, man?
Plus-
and we were talking about the Bengals earlier. We're talking about Trey's $30 million contract, which I should have. That was my fault for talking early. I should have waited till Sam got in the building for it.
A
But
press conference said the police said that it's now classified and the authorities don't have the video.
of course they don't. Of course they don't, bro. Why would you know? Here's the crazy thing, bro. Like, we've had a lot of in the past 3 years alone, we've had a lot of like wild instances
Yeah.
that were 100% filmed and recorded, right? Like that alien invasion. There was another alien invasion in Brazil. Like, Brazil is known for alien invasions, and it's not because of people like me and you filming shit going, oh shit, bro, we got a light bulb out, like a legit.
Oh, it's darker than usual.
That's why it's dark in here. It's usually not that dark when the lights go out, and I noticed it on his face. But all right, duly noted. New photo light.
Isn't there a bunker under Brazil?
So they it's funny you say that, because there's miners.
Is it funny?
They're talking about this shit, bro, because there's these like 7-foot aliens that these people said levitated. They were sitting on literally like a circular platform that had red lights on it, and they shot up into the sky. And the government comes back and says, "Oh, they're just miners looking for gold." And the people that live in this house were like, "You're out of your fucking mind, bro. This was 7 foot tall. This was a goddamn alien. Like I've seen movies. I know what an alien looks like, and this thing fucking flew off." But the government just plays it off like it's no big deal. But like in Brazil, so the government
They want us to think it's no big deal. Right?
well, the government are the ones that document the alien sightings in Brazil. So like, not like the United States where everything's all us like filming shit with our hands. Like the Brazilian government or their military, whatever their military is, they're the ones that document all the UFO sightings, and they're like, there's like big lore to like the, not nostalgia of Brazil, but like the timeline of like these aliens that were peeling people's faces. Like there's a whole story about that shit in Brazil, which is insane because it started with cows, where cows were having huge like circular like cut holes out of their bodies, but their organs were being sucked through them, like disappeared, and then the faces were missing. And then this one kid used to collect bugs. Ended up finding a dead body out in this area, and police got involved and shut it down. Like didn't tell anybody what happened, and everyone thought it was like some drunken like boater that just goes out and fishes or whatever. Turns out that like it was an alien abduction where this human's face was surgically cut off, had like 5 circular holes in his body where his organs were sucked through, like the body itself. But like Brazil's crazy, bro. Like
Seriously,
I mean,
You got me.
I'll send you the video because I watched it recently, but it's just one of those things where like you've got alien footage, you've got things of like we don't know shit, bro. Like we don't know anything. We don't even know our own bodies yet, let alone what's in the ocean, let alone what's in outer space. But
True.
3-Eye Atlas, who knows what that is? When it comes to like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know how we got on this subject.
Well, we kind of talked about that's what started it.
Right. But I branched off when it came to the Brazil thing.
But I think Brazil's interesting. I mean, there are bunkers in Brazil. There's a lot of hidden tunnels.
And I've been thinking about Brazil I've been thinking about Brazil for like almost 2 weeks straight. Like I want to go there, and I have no idea like why. Like there's something musical related to it for me, but like the fact that like Brazil is just coming up now after I've been thinking about it. I didn't have anybody to talk to Brazil about. I didn't plan on going there anytime soon.
Right.
But like, this is this a sign to go or not to go?
and Jay, what you were saying about the ocean, I do think it's like stuff like real deep in the ocean.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah, like
for sure.
No one knows. Like
there was a movie that I watched, like, and I swear I saw this movie. Like, Kaylin can't remember the movie. Like, I even told her the premises. I'm like, I don't know the name of the movie, but there was basically, like, the movie was about going into the deep sea, and like what we think is the bottom of the ocean is actually a gas layer, right? So it's like almost like a permafrost, where it looks like a solid layer, but it's a solid layer of gas. So once you break through that, there's a whole nother layer of water that doesn't connect with this stuff, right? So it's all pure and natural, and the fish that were down there were they were floating around in this like little submarine, and like the fish they were finding were iridescent, like, the spine of it was just the coolest shit you've ever seen, bro. But then they find this underground like warehouse it's another. It's not the United States. It's like some other country, but they've got an entire base under the ocean where like they're doing like experiments and the whole nine. And it was such an interesting movie, but I can't remember the name of it, and I can't find it at all, bro. And like Kaylin's like,
ask ChatGPT.
I think I remember it. But
Describe everything you just described to me to ChatGPT.
all right,
And come back to me. See if it can pick it out. Maybe it'll give you a list of potential movies. You gotta ask the new one.
Now I see what you were talking about. I didn't. The kid.
Oh yeah. Dude, fucking love that hair.
Random,
That's
that's cool.
Super crazy. But anyways, like that movie, bro, like that underground, like you know, when they say, you know, we haven't discovered our oceans, we haven't even like searched our oceans, like, you know, there's enough video footage that I've seen that is basically like UFOs dropping into the water, like going straight in, and like the whole Bermuda Triangle thing, like when you start diving into that conspiracy theory or that like rabbit hole, you know, like there's a lot of UFO sightings that happen around the Bermuda Triangle. So it's not like, you know, they call it the triangle because it's Bermuda, like, and then whatever these three, you know, the other two are. But who, like, it could very well be the fucking entrance of an alien base that's underwater right there.
That's what I think. I was gonna say. I think at one time I've read something years ago where they were saying that there was like at one time some kind of treaty or agreement was made to where we would be separated, and it was a part of Antarctica and Bermuda Triangle were both part of these conversations. And then that I guess is where the lore came from, the Bermuda Triangle, about weird shit happening there. But it also kind of plays into the story of like, this is where we're entering and the exit is on Antarctica. So just so you know, those places, and keep in mind, this would be so generational, we wouldn't have, this is like, at this point, through telephone. You're telling a story after story after story. This might have started at the very beginning of the Masons, you know, like, or whomever of the powers that be.
When Meg Robb says that the Bermuda Triangle has been explained by physics, I think that there's been many of things that have been explained by physics, but there's also, like, you know, circumstances that, you know,
maybe
are mysterious, and so
maybe,
there's a combination.
For sure, but the question is even though it is explained by physics, that's also the territory, because like we were talking about.
Appreciate Greg showing up, even though it wasn't here in person.
Yeah, shout out Greg.
He shows up.
Yeah, we're about to get started on. I'm about to start practicing music, which is interesting.
Bro, you need to film that.
We'll do some film.
You need to make sure that you film this, because there are a lot of Ocean Grid fans that have been waiting for this to happen, and like I'm, you know, I didn't realize how big Ocean Grid was until we became good friends and I understood the story. And then when I hear, like, there's this guy that walks around Dayton all the time, and he's always playing heavy metal music out of his phone, and he's the type of guy that, like, he's walking down the street and you would probably, like, you would try to avoid him, you know what I mean, or like walk across the street. But I was walking Chuck, and I was like, hey, bro, like, you like that music? Have you ever heard of Ocean Grid? He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, that's my shit. I love Ocean Grid. And, like, I didn't believe him, right, because of the fact that it's like people, you know.
Just agree.
Yeah, you just say shit just to keep the combo going.
Yeah, so you can move on your way.
Yeah, but since then, like, I don't. And I know that I just didn't put it in his head, but like I hear him walking around playing your music like loud, bro, on this little ass thing that he just carries around Dayton, Kentucky, and like he doesn't even know like the lead singer lives in Dayton. Like he probably walks right past your front door, because he's always walking up McKinney.
Okay.
So
yeah,
he's
right
walking
there.
up McKinney with that phone. And he's coming from at least
really.
3rd Street.
And I don't have my windows open, so I'm not hearing anything. I promise you. Like, I try to keep that place a quiet zone.
Bro, I'm telling the next time that I walk past him, I'm gonna
I'll be like, he's there. I'm like, okay, I'll say hi. I don't know. When I saw this shirt on about Madison Avenue, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that photo you sent. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who had that shirt. It's his favorite, and it's still.
Monty C. Benjamin tried to check in with the chat, but he said that it had ended. I'm going to message him
We're
back.
back at it,
I'm going
yeah.
to message him right now. Let him know.
Yeah, tell Monty I've got his DTF coming in Thursday, so we'll be able to get that shirt done on Thursday.
See if I can get him back on, and you can tell him yourself. 1 second.
Yes, sir. Sammy, bro, can you hear us right now? Or are you still tapped in?
Sam.
I want to know what you think about that Trey Hendrickson $14 million bonus.
Me too. I want to hear it too.
That's like a 94% raise, 92% raise, something insane.
There's two things. So first, I want to touch base on what me and John were talking about. We talked about Point Nemo when we were off camera, and that's fascinating. If anyone knows what Point Nemo is, it's the furthest place from humans in the ocean. It's you're actually closer to the space station than you are humans at Point Nemo. So I think that's interesting. I wonder if things happen out there that we just don't know, because that's where NASA drops their satellites when things run their course into Point Nemo, because it's so far. There's nothing to worry about.
So that's where I think Jeff Bezos has actually gone there and like done extraditions, whatever that shit is.
That. Yeah. Point Nemo it's famous spot. There's like a buoy at that spot. Like you can literally go and see where it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about it, bro. Like that's insane, because you know NASA is just thinking these things are just like we can't. If they land on land, they're just gonna fucking disintegrate and be destroyed. So let's drop them in the ocean out in the middle of nowhere. And then Jeff Bezos goes, "Hey, they're probably worth some money." You know what I mean? And I can go out there. I can go
if
out
I
there.
don't have enough,
and
spend, I guess I
could spend $100,000 on an expedition. And then go like unbury this treasure. It's like Titanic every Sunday for this dude, bro. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Bezos is living the fucking life, bro. And the crazy thing is, everything's Amazon now. Batteries, you know what I mean? Like even like dog pee pads, they've got Amazon pee pads.
I'll be real. Not to change any dog pee pads. It's literally easy. I bought just the it had a pumpkin spice in it, but I didn't buy that far. But I bought the candy cane chapstick because it came in 3 packs, and the only place you can find it, Amazon. And I literally ordered chapstick.
Was it an Amazon product?
No, it's just a chapstick. But the thing is that you can't find it anywhere
He's making money on that too, though.
Right, but the thing is, I ordered chapstick there because you can buy it at the store, but you can't get the candy cane because it smells good.
I'm about to check on some orders right now.
I went to Amazon for chapstick, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like at one time, that would have been unheard of.
Right.
Just get chapstick on the way out.
There's no way I'm going to pay $3.95 for shipping on a $1 item.
But you add the chapstick to the end of the thing to push the shipping to free if you're not paying for Prime.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got the chapstick for the cost and your free shipping. That's what I did with it. Life hacks. But I bought chapstick on Amazon. That's sad. It's sad, or he's beyond another level of genius.
He's a genius, bro.
It's like
he's walking around his house. He's walking around his house going, I need like we need more toilet paper. And then he fucking gets mad because he's got to give another company money to buy toilet paper. So he goes, fuck this. I'm gonna make my own Amazon Basics toilet paper.
Yo, Sam asked you a good question. I didn't want you guys.
No.
I know you were waiting on Sam.
I asked him a question. All right, let me read this out loud for the people on.
Hendrickson. He. Well, go. You should go up.
I know.
He's got some good stuff in here. Sam.
Always.
I didn't want you guys to miss it for that scroll.
Thank you, John.
All
right, Henderson's deal locks him up for 1 year. Takes up 75% of their entire payroll for Higgins, Chase, Burrow, Hendrickson. Not good for the rest of the team talent, but they run it back for one more year. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, bro. Yeah. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the Ring of Honor, bro.
The Ring of Honor Black Eye.
The Ring of Honor, yeah, bro. They Carson Palmer. They were giving him the Ring of Honor.
Okay. He's owed something.
Listen,
we
bro.
can get
listen,
on to that's
listen.
a whole other topic, but he's owed something.
He's not coming. He's not coming.
He's not coming.
He's not coming because
He's feeling some type of way.
the fucking Bengals didn't book him a hotel room. They were making him pay for his own flight and his own hotel room.
You can't pay for the hotel room.
Zoom in on Andrew's face right now, bro. Seriously, because that is social. You know what though?
You can't pay for the hotel room.
Hey,
or the flight.
Like
you're probably gonna put him on a commercial
that's what we
airline.
need.
You
Sammy,
should
let's
private jet him to Cincinnati and put him in the nicest hotel because you owe that man part of his career back.
Well, here, like
I don't know.
let's
Now
look
it's black.
let's
Let's put on here. Let's put on here.
let's look at it this way, bro. Let's look at it this way. Mike Brown knew that he was just about to drop 30 mil, an extra 14 on Trey, right? And so he's already going, fuck, exactly what Sam said fucking paragraph earlier, which is they spent their entire nut on those 4 players. Now they can't even afford a hotel room, is what I'm thinking, bro. Like he's at the point where he's like, not a single dollar goes into the fucking anything right now. Like, you guys wanted Trey, you got him. Shut up. Everything else is off the table until we win something. Or what I would suggest is to get a collaboration going with the Native brand. Let's create some NFL jerseys, put them out there, and then let's make some money that way because we can create some.
Michelle specifically came in
jerseys.
here asking for Bengals stuff earlier. That's how I ended up talking about the Harambe story that you shared with me.
Oh yeah, dope,
So,
bro.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing, bro. Every year they do this. They do this collaborate with the Bengals thing, and because I'm a white boy, I'm not allowed to participate. And like I threw my hat in the ring the past 2 years because I'm Italian, bro. Like my mom's from Italy. Like I am.
I hear you.
I'm an immigrant. You know what I mean? I'm like my mom's not from the United States. But for
I'm a WAP too. My last name's Ferrari, bro.
Yeah, my last name's Banks, but my mom's is Albano. So
no shit.
Yeah, so she's from Lake Albano out there, or around that area. But
we had to climb our way from the motherfucking bottom.
I'm just saying, bro. I just want to throw my hat in the ring. You know what I mean? Every year, one clothing brand gets the deal because they want to do this ethnic, diverse,
Which is important. I'm also Filipino, and that's something that like I get confused with Mexican sometimes depending on where I'm at and how much sun I've gotten that fucking month. But like it's for the most part, I'm a white boy too, right? So like I get what you're saying, and it's so funny how that works. How there's like a certain whitewash that goes to it, but at the same time, I equally agree that like the diversity is important. That there has been because of the reason that there's a whitewash on us is because of how much whitewash has happened against every culture.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like that,
But it's not. But it's not black against white.
Never.
It's not Hispanic against black. It's not Hispanic against white.
It's everybody be together, baby.
It's
everybody.
It's about
everybody love everybody.
It's about that old money versus new money, bro. That's the difference. It's the old hundreds versus the new hundreds. You know what I mean? Like we don't I don't like I didn't have the white privilege. I didn't have the to be all fair. Like my life was amazing because of what my father was able to provide, but that never I never got inheritance. Like I never got like things sent down to me. You know what I mean? But like
that rich privilege.
That's
a different level.
And I feel like that's why we're not able to be nominated for things like this NFL.
Nah, because we just look like a couple poor kids. No matter how old we get, no matter how hard we work, it's fucking whack.
I love social media. Kurt just shared the reel, and it literally told me real time.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I don't know how. I mean,
that's what Gary's talking about, man. Yeah. He's talking about interest media,
Kurt,
not social media anymore.
Working your phone over here, bro. That was fire.
Yeah, it's interest media, which is dope, and that's why, like, I'm so thankful that we're at 14,000 followers. But I've seen the trickle where like we're not getting as many followers, but we're getting the views. Like, bro, that post like after like my last 30 days of Instagram, like we've reached 92,000 people. So I've had 92,000 views in the past 30 days on Instagram.
Those are solid numbers, bro.
It's usually like 52 to 60. So like we're still doing great, but that Newport Hooters thing boosted it a little bit. But it's interest media. They're like people don't need to like a good example, bro. I've been watching this girl, Charlotte Dubray or something. Like I'm surprised I even know her name, but she's popped up on the algorithm enough where she's always doing these videos where am I the asshole? Like people just send her messages and it just says, am I the asshole? Like this wedding was going on and mother-in-law did this and I didn't want to do that. So, but she breaks down the whole thing and it's 10-minute consumption, bro. It's like it's such a good 9-minute, 10-minute like consumption for me where I can just watch it and then move on to something else. You know what I mean? It's not it's not taking up 20 minutes of my time. You know what I mean? But I noticed today, and I've been watching this girl for 2 months, and I haven't been following her, but her shit has been popping up in my feed daily. Every single day, I've been catching something that she's putting out, whether it was a year ago or yesterday, but it's popping up in my feed. And then this morning, I saw that I'm not even following her, which is amazing. That just shows that exactly what Gary's talking about, this interest media, where if you're interested in this, we're going to keep putting it in front of your face. Even if you're not following them, we're going to put it in your face until you do.
Yeah, it's not. He's saying it's not social media anymore.
It's not social. It's interest media. It's what you're interested in. You know what I mean? And it's dope because that's happening.
That's right from Gary V's.
I'm constantly smashing the follow button every day because I'm constantly seeing content from people I don't follow.
Tell her to come in here and turn the light on.
Yeah, that's deep. He said it's not social media no more. It's interest media.
She's like, what?
Here,
What?
Check one, two.
Security!
Check one, two.
Security!
We have an emergency. Can you walk that way? Just check out the.
There it is. We just need you to turn the lights on for the store.
See ya. I'm just kidding. Hey, how are you?
Come say hi.
Come say hi. Where's she at?
Nope, ain't gonna do it because it's facing the other way.
Camera's there. Hi.
She can get behind John G.
Yeah, stay behind John.
Yeah, Sam, it's not a good look for the Bengals, bro. But everything that Mike Brown does isn't a good look.
Hello.
What time are you working till?
I work till 11.
All right, and then you're gonna be here on Sunday for the Riverfest, right? The fireworks.
Yes, I am.
Are you excited about that? What did they say? 650,000 people
That's the estimate I heard.
for both sides.
Nervous. I mean, it's my first time working as security for WVN, so
It's a big event. You're gonna kill it though.
yeah, it's an extra hour on my shift. So.
Is that do you get holiday pay?
I'm not sure. I'll have to.
I demand holiday
I
pay
would
for this.
demand holiday
I demand
pay.
holiday pay for that.
I mean, I'm already doing 32 hours of overtime this week, so
Damn, let's go.
yeah.
You guys hiring 32 hours of overtime?
32 hours of
Jesus.
OT, right?
Good for you.
Jesus.
Yeah, we are hiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really about it. I mean, I am kind of nervous because of what happened at the last event, like all the chaos that happened there, but I feel like since we have so many more measures now compared to that event, we should be good.
That was kids with fireworks, right? Just doing
Kids
dumb shit.
fighting, fireworks, everything, so.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I appreciate you coming in and turning these lights on.
That's all. That was the goal.
Motion sensor. I was about to crawl out of this little hole.
Yeah. So, all right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. What were we talking about? We had Bengals. We were talking Trey.
Yeah, we were talking Trey.
We were talking the.
We talked
the Ring of Honor.
Ring of Fire. No,
not paying.
Black Eye. Ring of
Boomer.
Honor. Black Eye.
But there's just so many directions we can go with this. Let's go back
but
to the
so
Bengals.
well let's end this. Boomer Esiason it. No.
Oh, okay.
No, and what we were talking about.
Okay.
Boomer's not coming.
Sorry, you knew what I was like.
Yeah, no. Boomer's not coming. Boomer said, "Fuck
missing
that."
Oh, Boomer and Carson are not coming.
Shit.
Palmer and Esiason are both not coming.
No.
Esiason, Palmer.
Scratch Boomer altogether. Boomer's not even part of it. Carson Palmer is not coming to the Ring of Honor because of the hotel thing. He's that salty about it.
Jay, can we scroll down in the chat? I just realized that we're living in the past.
Oh shit, sure are. I was like, damn, where you at, Sam?
Holy shit! All right, yeah, we got Ray Princess. What up? What up?
I just watched Jay's.
Boomer can't get a Compton hotel room. Hooter closes. Griffey gets the last $3.5 million
of his Cincy Reds deal. Shit. What's going down? What's going on down there?
Dude, like, you know what's crazy? Like, Ken Griffey Jr. had such a short stint in Cincinnati, and it was all about the hype, right? Like, just to bring him on where his dad was coaching. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, how long was Griffey playing here? 3 years at the max.
Ray said they should have let Trey go to Cleveland.
Played longer than 3 years.
At the Reds, he played longer than 3 years.
Meg says,
Sam,
bourbon and whiskey help.
How long was Griffey playing for the Bengals or for the Reds? Shit.
Wires are. You need a blue.
I looked up and I was like, "Fuck, my phone's gonna die."
Blue wire. Yeah.
That's not. I don't even think we're at the bottom yet. I think we're still catching up.
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
That's crazy. I didn't realize the chat was getting active with us. He said, "Take a knee, native brand, Jacob Patrick Banks." Then he'll get their attention. I get on average around 16,000 views per month, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Hunter Green's double play last night was definitely top 10. It's got to be top 10 of the year.
Does it make a trading card value go up when shit like that happens?
You know, it's got to, bro. It's got to. Like there's a trading card of the squirrel at the Yankees game now.
They told you. He played for 8 years.
I want that. How much? It's not worth anything crazy, right? Like
8 years.
Is it affordable?
All right. 3.5 a year is fucking deserved.
But they're paying him still.
Yeah. No. Hell yeah.
Like it's way after.
Yeah.
How many
years did he play with the Mariners? Because
not 8.
Not 8. So he was with the Reds longer.
Oh, the Mariners. He was with 10 years. 10 years.
18 total, yeah.
Yeah, 10
That's
years.
That's a long
89
career,
and 99,
bro.
2000, 2008, and then Chicago White Sox, 2008, and the Mariners, 29.
Wait, he played for the White Sox?
He did.
Meg Rob, you got a Burrow card? I wish you could attach images in the chat.
I need that
for
fucking
us.
jersey, bro. I need a Ken Griffey Jr. Chicago White Sox jersey.
So do I.
Are you serious?
That exists.
How did I? So did he play for him after the Reds?
Yes.
Got a bunch of nerds over
How
here,
did I
Kurt.
not
Like everybody's
know that,
talking
dude?
collectibles right now. What do you collect, bro?
Shades.
Pussy.
That is funny. You know, that's funny.
Sunglasses, which is a part of how he collects
now.
pussy.
There he is. He was number 17.
Don't listen to them, y'all. I'm chilling.
I'm just
17.
chilling.
What? Bo Jackson was number 8.
17.
I
2009
just be chilling.
Topps King Griffey card. There. $5.
Don't let him do you
eBay.
like that.
Don't listen to him.
There it is. 2017. There you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that was funny though. We were having this whole conversation, and like, I'm on Carson Palmer.
Sam
and then
said that
Boomer
Griffey got a
Esiason, and the
17-year
whole
deferred
thing.
contract from the Reds that ended a few days ago.
My intention listening is so in tune.
Dude, you see what he said?
What?
He said Griffey got a 17-year deferred contract from the Reds that ended a few days ago. $3.5 million for 25
It just
years.
ended? Oh, that we don't pay him anymore? Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Win a chicken dinner.
So now they're in the green. Now they're not paying Griffey.
How you even get a contract?
Griffey
like that?
was like one of the highest paid players for a little while. And he wasn't travesty.
How do you get a contract like that? Fucking a good
agent.
A good agent.
Yeah, the best agent. He is the. He had
Like,
the
look,
best.
bro, like-
he was
like-
a celebrity.
It was like this brand.
Ken
will-
Griffey's gonna change the Reds forever.
Forever.
Even when he doesn't play.
He doesn't have to play anymore. Just keep the brand alive, and it'll pay off for everyone.
He'll sell at least $10 million in jerseys every year.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean?
That's insane.
That's probably what they told him, and they were like, "Okay, let's go with it."
All right, we'll
and then
see.
he sells $700 in jerseys.
I want that one.
Yeah, bro.
That's the one I want.
That's fire.
That is the one I want.
I had no. Did you know he played for White Sox?
I didn't think about
That's
that.
crazy.
2009, I was in college, dude. I wasn't
Yeah.
up. I was burnt out on baseball by the 8th grade. I was done. I love Ken Griffey Jr. and all this stuff, but like, I'm a basketball fan. Football, because the fantasy football is easy, but when it comes down to it, if there's two things on, I can watch basketball. I'm going hoops all
Here's
day.
the thing: if you tell me you've got tickets to a game, I don't give a fuck what game it is. I would love to go see a game in person. I like going and watching. I love
bro.
I love sport. I love live entertainment. I love seeing music live. I love seeing sports live. But as far as watching a game at home, it's basketball for me too. 100%.
Okay, fair. It's
Bro, hockey games.
kind of like this one. Kind of like this.
Let's
Cy-
go. Let's
Cyclone
go see
games
the
are the
fucking
best.
Cyclones.
Kind of
Like
like this
the,
Chicago too.
Yeah.
So I kind of like any of the gray ones.
it's
Just
funny you
give me a
mentioned the
gray one.
Cyclones.
I've never
literally-
seen him swing a bat in a White Sox jersey ever.
Wow.
I've never
Sorry.
seen
No, you're
seen
fine,
We're
you're
a
blown
video
away by
of
this.
that.
We're both seeing this for the first time. I also haven't seen that yet. I was
Alright.
not watching baseball.
That's fucking
In
like
2009.
what?
And how many games did he play though? He's a celebrity at that point. He's not playing every game.
Right.
Think about at 2009, Griffey's done.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of the conversation.
He looks jacked, bro. He doesn't look done. He looks jacked in that.
well, in
He looks like the big hurt in
in
that photo.
baseball statistics realm, he is because that's how baseball works. Because it's the young guys get all the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, you just gotta hit bangers in like Babe Ruth. Like I don't want to run the
Barry
bases.
Bonds,
Yeah.
old man slugging,
Yeah.
and now he's still doing those commercials, those like testosterone commercials things. He's still, what's up? But he does look jacked though. King Griffey's killing it at 2009.
That's a fire photo.
Keep in mind,
honestly.
he came in the league at 89.
Yeah. Crazy.
89. That's crazy. That is King Griffey Jr. And
I can't believe that King Griffey Jr.'s upper deck baseball card isn't worth. It's not worth fucking $100,000. Like everybody thought it was gonna be in 1989, bro. Like when that upper deck, it was like the first year upper deck came out, or like the first or second year that they came out, and it wasn't him swinging the bat. It was just like this photo of him like with his gap tooth, with the bat over his shoulder, bro.
Meg Robb has
That's
absolutely
dope.
been
I like that.
been a fucking joy to have.
That
in
needs
the
to be on a
chat.
T-shirt, just like that.
I want that card. How can we get that?
Meg,
Yeah.
$5. Ape is worth more.
Meg
than
said
one.
she
I'll take
collects
that over at
Hallmark
VeeFriends.
cards. I'm sorry, I said cards. Hallmark Barbie ornaments. And she's got her pink tree up year round.
Are blitzed.
And
Blitz.
yeah, I was also going to add
I feel
that
totally
she
good.
offered to lose. She says that she's asking if we want to lose, but I think it's a typo. She's offering to lose in a game of Mario Kart to us.
Oh Lord, Sam wants us to make a Marge Shot Red shirt, bro.
And then yes, she said she feels like we're
with the dog.
blitzed. You're right, and
He's probably not thinking about the dog. I don't know.
What that mean?
But the dog is.
he said, "What that
She always
mean,
had a
Meg?
dog.
What Meg?
Always
You
had a
want to
dog.
help our boy out?" He said, "What's that mean?"
What, like
play Mario Kart. I'll play Mario Kart. Let's
No,
go.
you will all lose. All right, listen. We have TVs all around this motherfucking store. If we can't hook up one of them to a GameCube, I don't know what we're doing.
Right.
You're the boss, Jay.
Hey, Sammy, did you hear about Upper Deck ruining their contract with the Major League Baseball? So, what Upper Deck did was he's probably already alluding to it right now, which saying they overproduced him, but Upper Deck reproduced the original Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card and put it back into circulation after the year. So, that will be like VeeFriends, like
So in the first edition,
years down the road,
Ninja.
recreating the black cat.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Or
Like
Ninja.
But that first edition Ninja is that one special one.
Right,
Because it was
but-
originally
Like
the
printing
first-
more, as it says in the bottom corner, first chrome and putting it into a third chrome.
Well, no, they were grading them and putting them into the market. So Upper Deck was printing the card, sending it out for grading, upgrading it and then selling it, and then they got caught for it. So Upper Deck lost their major league MLB contract. They're not even allowed to produce Major League Baseball cards.
Wow, I did not know this. This is tea.
Yeah.
This is serious tea.
Bro, you wanna know some fucking serious tea that's
some shyster
that no
shit.
one's talking about right now? Brett Lemieux, bro.
Who is Brett
Lemieux is from Indiana. This guy is he is ruined the autograph industry for the past 20 years.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah. So and nobody's talking about it, bro. No one's talking about it because it affects everybody in the industry. So
I think you were telling me about this last week.
Yeah, you saying he said if you got a card or something like that, it was most likely like I don't want to say
an auto pen.
Yeah.
So this guy says, hey, for the past 20 years we've been faking autographs. We've been using an auto pen. I paid $150 for the auto pen off of Amazon, and I got this thing to recreate anybody's autograph to the point where like it was to a T. And he got a hold of the companies that made the hollow certification stickers, like that says Beckett certified, or PSA certified, like the hologram sticker that you put on them. They found the company that makes them in China, and that company sold them rolls of the stuff.
Oh shit!
So they got that. So he got really good at recreating all these other autographs, and then put them into the market with the grade already PSA certified or Beckett certified. And he goes, when we've done 120,000 Tom Brady autographs, and 95% of all Patrick Mahomes autographs are fake. 95% of all Mahomes autographs are done by us. They said when Kobe Bryant died, we dropped 80,000 illegal Kobe Bryant autographs into the fucking realm, right? And he goes, the FBI is outside my house right now. They're about to raid my house. This story's gonna come out in a couple weeks. If you've purchased an autograph in the past 20 years,
I saw this video.
Yeah, he said if you purchased a card in the past 20 years, you need to get it recertified. Enjoy the hobby, Brett Lemieux. And then he fucking killed himself before the FBI got into the house to take everything.
What are we gonna like? And so, what does that mean for what does that mean for the hobby in general? Like, as trading cards are becoming popular again, right? The nostalgia's back. I'm collecting Pokemon again.
It's a huge hit, bro. It's a huge hit.
I mean, this is terrifying, right? Because that means that anything can be created or recreated, right? Just no different than there was a time when it's like,
nasty,
there wasn't a lot of people who made merch. Now there's a lot of people who make
17 though, a prime number. I love it.
First off, the hobby. I want to.
24 would have been better, but whatever.
I thought so too. But
nobody wants Kermit's autograph. I got that Disney World.
I almost wore my Kermit shirt today. That's so weird that you said that. Okay, I almost wore my Kermit shirt on the podcast.
He's not
tonight.
in jail. He killed himself.
Yeah, he took his.
Dean, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you checking in. I'm gonna have to tune out here in a minute so I can head back to see the wife.
10 p.m. Yeah, it's 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? You guys don't even know about that.
I know where my child is.
In the 80s, bro.
No, this was a.
In the 80s, right? There was a commercial that used to come on television that was like, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Right.
And it was like literally like a reminder for parents because like are your kids not home yet? It's 10 p.m. They need to be back in the house.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
Get here. That's what my dad
Meg
would go.
Rob, my name's John G, and I appreciate you acknowledging my Henley.
Henley guy.
Henley guy's my fave. That's
Meg,
awesome
you're
that she
my
knows what a
fave.
Henley is.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's John G. He's one of the partners in Beyond the Stage, and he does ciphers. He does music. He's a rapper. He's also he works with project management and a lot of infrastructure with business. So he's multifaceted, and we love to have him a part of our tribe.
Damn, Andrew, I really appreciate you saying that. I would just say that I like art and I like to help people do art, but like at this point, I need to scale, right? Like I need to make things sustainable. I've learned how to create. I've learned how to help others bring their ideas to life, but now it's about how do we make our ideas, you know, how do we make those be the thing that opens doors for us and helps others open doors for them to walk through freely and go into different areas and arenas in their life. So many, like how you said, I do all these different things. There's a lot of people who would love to do different things, but they don't necessarily have, you know, the roadmap to break out of their current box and get started on things. So I hope, pray, and believe that the work that we're doing at Beyond the Stage is going to ultimately be able to translate into other people's businesses and to other people's creative ideas. So,
yeah, well, very elegantly spoken. I really think helping, for me, helping artists make a living doing art has been my moniker for, I don't know, about almost a decade now. And it's frozen on John. Holding.
I got it. The fucking shit went just turned on.
Oh yeah, I'm like talking to this camera, but really this camera. There's like two. But the thing with John and us creatives, I guess we could put it in a botch mentality. We all kind of want the same thing out of this experience, in this skin, this lifetime, and we want to put our thoughts and our feelings and what we believe in on a canvas, in a song, or on a T-shirt. And it's hard enough to do that in the current landscape when people don't have the opportunity to spend money on things that they want to do because it's not available. And if you've committed your life to that's how you pay your bills, it's like oil meets water. They fight each other. So we're trying to find ways to make
Hilarious Scales in the building.
Hey, dude, what's up? Or he's this way. I guess we'll
yeah. Did we lose it? I think the phone died on us there.
Phone's dying.
Oh.
See you later.
So
good seeing you, Scales.
Yep. But yes, it's just about, it's like oil and water.
Native was good. Is the broadcast going out?
Man. I mean, I don't know.
What up, dude?
I feel like.
Did the charger come out?
Also, Meg Rob, thank you for asking. It's JON.
Unplug your
.g
no H.
friend.
Unplugging. Pull away.
We're gonna charge the phone, but I do want to say that helping artists make a living doing art has been quite a journey for me. That's been my goal for such a long time, and being able to do that, you know, to pay my bills. And I recently got a new eye exam, and I've got some glasses coming, and to be able to pay for my glasses with art and to some degree is pretty crazy. And here we are, and in my 37th year, and on this earth, in the skin, and I'm very grateful for all the things that have kind of transpired and the people I get to do life with, and thankful for the people in this tribe and this powwow, the 4 humans here, and
how'd you join?
And the extension.
Are we still on?
I was trying to get in.
I think the feed was still going.
It's in, but now.
But the camera, it had died, but the feed was still going. You hadn't actually logged out of the live feed. But
it
yeah,
looks like. Yeah, I just went back in. I don't know. Maybe it's just frozen.
Frozen in time.
Yeah, it just took me to the place where we ended last.
Frozen in time. Bro, I'm gonna be singing here a lot on Thursday. It's gonna be so.
All right, we are live again on IG. I apologize, everybody. My phone died. Trying to dump everything in. So, in order to get in order to get the soundboard into the phone, I've got it going through the microphone jack, the headphone jack, going to a USB that plugs into the phone. From there, the phone goes, is this a phone charger or a microphone? So you tell it's a microphone, so then it can actually listen and hear. But now you can't because I've got it plugged in. Pause due to poor connection. All right. Anyways, I think this is a good time to wrap up everything that we got going on. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the podcast. If you guys are live on IG right now, pause due to poor reconnecting. It is what it is. We'll tell everybody bye on IG later on. So if you guys want to be a part of the podcast, if you want to tune in, we're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We go live while the store is open, so you can come down and be a part of it. If you want to get on the couch and be a part of it, message one of us, and we can schedule you in. We're about 2 weeks scheduled out right now. So anything else you want to talk about? Anything big?
Come on, Andrew. We got September coming up.
Yeah, well,
September's a big month.
Yeah, we just announced tonight Red Dragon Tattoo and Piercing as our art vendor for Beyond the Stage Live with Young Mosh.
The Red Dragon.
Red Dragon Tattoo
Red
and Piercing.
Dragon Tattoo at the event with Young Mosh
on September 18th.
September 18th. Madison Live.
You must be the Red Dragon, huh?
No, she's the Red Dragon.
Nobody knows who that's from. I guarantee
my
it. Have you seen Swingers?
Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about. The one with
Vince
Vaughn.
So, have you seen Swingers?
What's it about?
Jesus Christ!
Dude, I haven't seen Swingers since like 2003, and at that point, the movie was 20 years old.
Okay,
wasn't it?
And it is, but there's a sequel to Swingers, but it's not the sequel. It's just Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau creating another movie while they were broke, bro. Like back when they were just creating shit. The movie's called Made, and it is fucking amazing, bro. I promise you, it's one of the best comedy Vince Vaughn movies of all time.
Interesting.
I'm a huge Vince Vaughn fan. This is perfect,
bro. It's about Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. So Jon Favreau was the guy that wrote Swingers. He wrote Made, and now he's writing and producing and directing Iron Man. Like, he's gone from here to here.
I know that name. Absolutely. He's a huge producer.
So yeah, so Jon Favreau wrote this thing called Made, and it was basically him and his fuck up buddy Vince Vaughn. They're working for this construction company where they're building houses, and the guy that owns it is in the mafia, and he's like, hey, I need you guys to go to New York. I need you to meet with these people to get some. Is it
Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, we're actually live. It actually went through.
Yeah,
cool.
The chat, it's just up there. It's not down here. Unless it's not.
We just have to refresh that. So the movie, bro. So they fly to New York because they've got to pick up money and do this like simple shit. It's you know, the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the mafia stuff. But Vince Vaughn is Vince Vaughn to a T, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so they go to meet this guy, and who's supposed to be like the connect for the whole drug thing and all this stuff. And they meet at a club, and Puff Daddy actually is in the movie as well. So Puff Daddy's the guy that's hooking him up with this drug dealer. They go to the club, and they're supposed to be nonchalant, and they introduce themselves, and Vince Vaughn goes, "You're the Red Dragon, aren't you?" He's like, "Where's the Red Dragon's lair? Where do you sleep at? Where do you live at?" And the guy's like, "Huh? What the fuck? Like, stop talking, bro. Like they're like, don't talk to me about that." But it's just Vince Vaughn at his fucking comedic fucking bro. I'll show you a 3-minute clip of the movie, and you'll be like, "This shit."
You said it's called what now?
Made. MADE. That's it. And it's just look up Vince Vaughn Made. It's like it's got to be 25 years old. It's got to be made in like 1999, 2000, something like that. Okay. But it's definitely worth a free watch, bro, for sure, because it is fucking hilarious.
Check it out.
Yeah. All right. So everybody that's on Instagram, I appreciate you guys. Hilarious Scales back in the building. Meg back in the building. Let's see. Blake's back in the building. I can't see who the other one is. John G back in the building. Yeah, we've got to get this figured out, man. I don't know why. Now that I know that Instagram cut off, but the rest of them did, it's definitely something in Streamlabs. So if we got to go back to OBS, and like just take a day to I reconstructed everything for Streamlabs today. I should have just put it on OBS.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't understand. Why is it not showing what's going on here? No, this. Why can't we just do... Why is it so big over here? Appreciate you.
Why is it so big over where?
Like, why is this area? Why can't I make this bigger? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it such a thin...
Scroll over.
Okay, there we go.
That's
What I want.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you just stretch the browser just a tiny bit and catch the rest of her text. There it is. That's all you need.
Perfect.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Take only what
Mattel.
you
All right, so Meg
from
is saying...
I love that song.
Meg's saying that Mattel is
Listen
the
to it when we
mafia.
get off here.
Is that what you're saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something that people, a lot of people don't know.
Hey, Andrew, what's
in,
up?
In Chicago,
Anna Hoder, what up? What up?
Yeah.
in Chicago, the pay tolls. So probably like from like the late 80s to like probably maybe 2015, 2018, something like that. Like the mafia took over the toll roads in Chicago. So like all the money that you were paying, 40 cents per wheel or whatever the shit was, like 40 cents per axle.
Yeah.
Something like that. Your phone died. I sent and I tossed
We're
him
wrapping
another
up.
cord. Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
We got them everywhere, bro. I've got USBs everywhere now.
I can't plug. This thing doesn't plug in.
Do you got an outlet on that side?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
The outlet should work as long as I turn that on. Yeah, this doesn't work, but the outlet will.
Okay.
Do you have? You need the a little USB plug.
Square. Oh shit.
Oh, I got an. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Got extra ones everywhere, bro. Anyways,
We're
we can,
Santa right now.
we can go ahead and wrap up the podcast.
It doesn't matter. We can do it. I am not on the same time as you are, but I do have to say that as we kind of like shift into this fall time and the weather's changing and everything's happening, I'm excited to see what happens with Cincinnati because we have this podcast every week and we always talk about different topics and everything. We haven't talked about a lot of the stuff that's going on in Cincinnati and all the
Drama,
chaos and stuff. And I think that's something we should touch on soon. Hopefully going the football season, we have peace. We have everyone vibing. The Bengals winning. Everyone's feeling good because I miss that Cincinnati.
Well, here,
and that's the Cincinnati I want to see, man.
Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Like, there's nothing good comes after 2 a.m. Right? And that's
Moxie, what up?
And that's been proven, bro. Alcohol is it's fun, but it's something. It's not a retardant, but something like the complete opposite. It's like fuel to fire. You know what I mean? Like that. Like that's something that. Alcohol gets the best of everybody. And, the day-to-day through Cincinnati, it's not bad. Like, if you're looking for a fight, you can find it anywhere in any city. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Cincinnati, there's every summer shit happens, bro. Every single summer, the weather gets really hot. People get antsy. People get aggravated. Dumb shit happens all the time in every city across in any state. True. But what's happening in Cincinnati is being put on a pedestal right now because the mayor is acting like nothing's wrong, and that's what's wrong. You know what I mean? When the mayor goes, there's nothing to see here, but the shit keeps happening. That's when you need to put your foot down, and that's when the news steps in. That's when Donald Trump goes, if you don't fucking fix it, we're gonna come fix it. You know what I mean? Like that's and once the president says, fix your shit, That's like that. That's like the corporate coming down on a certain store. You know what I mean? That's like corporate coming down and going, Zoomies, Kenwood, fix your shit, or we're gonna come down and fix it for you. You know, so it's just a disarray, but it all stems from the GM. It all stems from the person that's running that store. It all stems from the person that's running that city. And
Tony Robbins said the bottleneck on your business is you.
Dude, and that's the truth too, though.
And they're all companies too, ain't they? You know.
It's all companies,
and
everything's a funnel, bro. Everything's a funnel, and everything has money being drug in, sucked through, filtered out, and then reproduced. Right? Just like the caboose we were talking about 2 hours ago. Everything has that caboose. They're all trying to figure out how to keep filling those empty the
containers,
shipping containers. Yeah. So you know, I just it's a shame when the mayor turns a blind eye, going it's like we're not in a bad state, because I can tell that we're not in a bad state. From 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., we're not in a bad state. But from 10 p.m. to
3 a.m.,
4 a.m., we're in a bad state. And, you know, does it fall back in the bars? No. You know what I mean? Like,
they're a social spot. They can be open.
Yeah. It's on, you know, they've been open 20, 30,
on.
40. Arnold's bar's been open 100 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that's fucking... Like,
I think
that's the oldest bar in the United States, bro, and Chris Breeden owns it. The guy that did the MF Doom event.
Oh, okay.
He owns Arnold's, bro. It's the longest standing bar in the United States, and it's a mile from here. That's insane.
Who is Arnold?
I don't have a clue, bro. But what I do know is that Kathy, who's the old lady from Misery? The movie Misery.
Oh, was she put the dude in the bed?
Yeah.
And like locked him up to the bed.
Yeah.
Like
so Kathy, whatever her name is, not Kathy Ireland, because that was my crush, bro, in the 80s.
Oh.
In the 90s, Kathy Ireland. Brown hair, blue eye, green eyes, bro. That was my girl.
Childhood crush.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated. My dad was printing those magazines, bro, and I was getting them like 3 months before they were dropping.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates. There it is.
Meg Robb dropped it in the
She's
chat.
out here dropping.
Meg just tapped
Kathy
in,
Ireland.
bro.
Meg, how do we make Meg a
Meg's
moderator?
tapped in.
Maybe when we go to
I
our Wednesday Whatnot shows, we'll get Meg to come over there with us and make her a moderator.
There you go. For sure. Yeah, I think I found I found a way to make somebody a mod on IG, but I didn't even know you can do that. Like,
you can do it on IG?
Maybe. I was trying to figure out what was going on my phone like 5 minutes ago, and I saw like a little pop up, and I was like, make somebody a mod.
I only drop
monumental
thoughts.
Right?
Bars.
Yeah,
bars.
for sure.
bars.
But there's a TV show with Kathy Bates, and she's a lawyer, and they literally reconstructed Arnold's Bar to make it her local bar that she goes to in this TV show. So, there's a film studio in Hollywood that has a replica studio of Arnold's. Bro, like how insanely dope is that? Like, imagine if there was a studio in Hollywood of a replica of this store. Every single day of my life, I would wake up and be like, somebody is sitting in my life. Somebody is replicating what we're doing on a max level. Like, how fucking cool is that?
That is very cool. Don't understand why they would, outside of filming the content about the situations we're in. But what show would you make out of our store?
Oh, fuck. I mean, it will be whatever we're doing wrong, right? Like we're not filming our day-to-day. We're not filming our slobby Robbie rolls. You know what I mean? Like we're
right.
not filming these things where somebody would be like, they're fucking up. They've got so much like availability and so much shit that's just being put on their plate and they're not even eating in it.
I would say someone would definitely critique us on that.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I know my faults. I'm very good at understanding like what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right. But it's all a balance. It's all understanding how to make it happen. And like, trust me, I would love to be able to highlight the incredible things that we do here. But how do we highlight them without spending $300 a day? You know what I mean? Just going live on the at the counter. Yes, that's the way to do it, and that's why I was talking to you earlier, like literally today, about this is a great shot. This right here is a great shot.
But I think if we were somehow to have the security cameras be that.
For sure, that's just the
reaction cam. That's my first thought.
There's two ways to do that. Either an extra step in taking the footage from the cameras and then, peeling them off of our
Meg,
security
Rob, I'm gonna
footage.
hold you to that later, okay?
Or the second is putting a camera underneath the camera that we can easily grab off of this computer or our iPhones. You know what I mean? But I totally agree. I think security shots are huge. Huge.
Yeah, it's unused. A lot of people aren't using them, but when
it's
you
unused
see them,
and so
every
valuable.
time someone posts like a Ring security camera or above,
you feel like you're there.
You're watching it. You're
feel
gonna
like
go
you're
through
there.
the video.
There's actually a couple guys. They do comedy. They're like bros, and it's like they always do these skits of this guy showing up to his friend's house in the middle of the night, fucking plastered, and his friend like opens up the door and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing here?" He's just like, "Come on, bro, we're going out, man." He's like, "I'm not going out. My wife's in bed. Like, what are you doing?" And he was like, "You're my best friend, man. I feel like you fucking ever since you got married, man, you just haven't been as much fun. We gotta go have fun." Like, and it's just a skit, and they do different variations of this bro showing up, doing some old goofy shit that like only your best friend of like 20 years could have do and get away with. And but it's through the lens of the Ring camera, and it's absolute gold. And I think between the Ring camera and, like you said, the security cameras, hell, like you were talking about the drama earlier, we're lucky to be in a fairly safe city. But I see robberies happen all the time online. It's not one of the most common things that pops up in my algorithm, but occasionally I've seen some robberies, and like you see that through the lens of the security camera, and the security camera lens is like very captivating. It's very like movie-esque. It's like it's that eye in the sky kind of vibe. Like you're there, but you're not there.
And I do think that the security footage, to top that off, is very in the moment. And even if it didn't happen that day, you can automatically feel that it could happen at any time. Because we're not really talking about when you see a camera, you can tell if the video is dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where a security camera doesn't really have that.
Right.
You can have security from 1990, and you're just like, it's shitty security footage. You don't know when it happened because security footage hasn't ever really changed in the quality, other than the Ring camera that is like more like a fisheye. That kind of stuff is more of a newer age thing, but that's still like we're still in the early 2000s, and that kind of popped up on security footage. But
right,
even still, that footage is something you'll always tune into.
Yeah.
And if there's quality content coming out of it and the videos like that, I don't think you can lose. If it's not just some happenstance, if you set it up and you make it like the point is this is going to be entertaining, you're just going to watch it through a security camera, I think people would tune in like...
Now, are you saying this would be live as well? Like
no, I would say you would record it and drop it.
Record and drop it. Okay, I was going to say, as far as live goes, the routing to that would be a real pain in the dick, but to be able to just
take the footage from...
Just clip in the footage.
That from just a memory card, really. It's just now dawning me y'all are sitting here smoking and chiz, talking conspiracy.
This is what I did.
This is what I did for several years.
Hi, friends.
Nearly every day in college. Add COD set.
Add Call of Duty set. Well, maybe not Call of Duty, but you said you were going to bring the GameCube up, right? Can she bring the GameCube up? I'm asking the boss man if
we got a CRT that you can plug it right in, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
I just feel like how she explains it is so it's not what it is. Actually, I think of it. Like you said earlier, I beg to differ. I look at this is less about kicking back and talking some shiz, smoking some shiz, as minds that are wandering in this frame that we're living in. You know what I mean? We're not really fully sure what's going on in the world, but we're able to make light of it and bring it to anyone that's willing to watch. Because at the end of the day, people are talking about these topics, but they're talking about them at the dinner table, or they're talking about them in front of the TV with a loved one, or maybe they're texting about it. But in this case, we're able to talk live on the live stream, and you're able to tune in and have a conversation with us. So rather than look at it from we're talking all this stuff, the topics will change, but it's more about letting the light shine, and you're able to engage and interact with us. So I love that. I love that throw COD, but I'm not here to play COD. I'm here to talk about, all the depth of what we're into, because that's why we do 2 to 3 hours, is so that we can get all the thoughts in and really make the most of our opportunity on Tuesdays.
And we need to chop it down, because that's something else that the Hollywood studio would do was that they would fake this. They would fake the 3 hours, right? And they would just put 30-second clips in. Like they would just put some fake version of Andrew and some fake version of Jay here, and they would do a 30-second clip that we talk about, right? And they would just put it out there. That would be another thing they do, where like we don't need to do the 3 hours. Like what they said from here to here was great. Clip that, put it in there. Have 4 actors sit in the podcast stage.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's also dynamic with AI and technology, where we can do 3 hours and cut it into 15 minutes of gold. You know what I mean? You're mining for hours and hours and hours, but then you get the gold out of it, and before you know it, you got 14 carats.
There's some gems on this one. There's some fucking 2-minute gems on this podcast right now. But it's up to me and you to break it apart and cut the pieces so everybody can eat brownies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's either we sit here and we make the brownies together, and then we've got a pot of brownies, and then the 4 of us just pick at the top of it and then throw the shit away, or you and I go in the next day and chop that bitch up into 16 pieces and then put it out there.
Yeah.
That's the difference between
I think we could definitely make it more even effective on the front of, if we get to topics where the timestamp, it makes the most sense for us to chop it up, because that's what it is. It's about
we got to use this guy right here. We got to use the Alexa that's in front of us. Mm-hmm. There's got to be an app. There's got to be some sort of time app, something that we can utilize where, a time stamp app. If not, at least something that has a countdown where, it counts, from when we start the podcast. So when I'm talking gold or when you're talking gold, one of us is gonna fucking have an aha moment. And then we look down at the clock and it says 1:27.
Oh, I see.
So then you grab your phone and then you just bank in 1:27, like
timer.
This is a good convo. So and then at the end of it, you look at your phone and go, yo, at 1:27, you were talking some good shit. So we go back to 1:27, and then we go, okay, so from 1:12 to 1:44, this was the convo.
That's when that topic
Boom,
happened.
let's break it.
And at 1:27, we hit peak.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's when we noticed.
Right.
That's when we noticed we were like on to something that is worth.
That's something that we would have to do on our side, but like Opus Clip and CapCut, like those do, as long as we can remember, like, oh shit, we talked about AMC Theater and what they've got going on. So if we put in AMC Theater on Opus Clip, it's going to listen for AMC, and then it's going to clip that segment that we were talking about. So there's 2 ways that we can do it. I like the way of physically knowing ourselves. Like I like the fact of having a time limit here, knowing like to be honest, bro, like it might even be better just to buy a clock, a time limit clock. I've seen them before that you know, you can put it in segments, 9-minute segments. So every 9 minutes it counts down, and then boom, then it goes 9 minutes, boom.
Okay.
You know, and putting that out there where all 4 of us can see it right here.
Yeah.
Right above this. You know what I mean? Something right there where we know we've got 9 minutes to fucking end this segment, 4 minutes to end the segment, and then 30 seconds.
And just keep
you know
in
what I
mind,
mean?
like, we'll be like, all right, in this 9 minutes, has everybody touched on it, you know, or at least been given a chance to, and, you know, been like, yeah, like how he'll just say, I'm just chilling if he doesn't really have something he wants to chime in on particularly. Like, has everybody had a chance to touch on the topic and, you know, at least touch and pass, right, in that 9-minute span, so that, like, you know, we're really, you know,
Giving everyone's insight.
getting everyone's insight, or at least really seeing where somebody's at on that topic, and in a 9-minute glance that quick to see that they're not interested, and that kind of gives us our own internal data to work off of, like, you know, what topics get everybody going, and we'll be able to review that and put that in a corny spreadsheet somewhere that
I can tell you everything.
that just,
I can tell you every person's topic here what gets them set off. Like automatic.
And
I could
you
put
say
that in
things like this to me all the time, and you know what my response is all the time,
Put
right?
it in there. I know. I don't want
I was like, it being in your head does not serve the team.
I'm sorry.
So let's get it out of your head, that all this stuff, you know, and put it into a place where it can be centralized, and data can be leveraged for us to make decisions that improve what we do continuously.
That's funny. That's something that I need to learn more, is like get it out of your head, bro, because like for me, like I feel like everybody should understand what's going on, right? And it's like it's not until you physically say it out
in a perfect
loud.
world, everybody inherently understands what's going on, but no, it's your vision, and the more you speak and communicate your vision, the more people can align themselves to it and bring it to life.
Right. Remy, what's going on? I appreciate you coming in, checking in. Remy, what's up? How you feeling? We went bootleg on it today. We everything was all attached to the actual podcast with the 5 cameras. But we had to, I don't know what happened. Like IG crashed, the other 4 were fine. So we went live on.
John, are you Jesus? I'm never podcasting again. I'm going to end up with a cult following.
That's funny.
But you make a good point. I mean, I really look at it the same way. Is you have to put stuff out in your
you
head
so much,
into
man.
the universe. So I do understand. But for me, just like Jay says, like I'm so in tune with where I'm trying to go, and I'm just trying to bring all my friends where we're trying to go at the same place. And I do get ahead of myself, and sometimes I have to remember I need to let everyone in on where I'm already going so they can get on the same path, because sometimes I feel like we're walking the same direction, but I'm like, they'll catch up, but then I go down this path and then I'm like, wait, they didn't turn right.
From somebody who did solopreneurship for fucking, you know, since from the time that I was 7 years old all the way up into the time that I was 28 years old. So, you know, more than 2 decades of my life, I sold things, you know, through the lens of I got this, and I'll do whatever it takes, and I'll do all these angles, and I'll bring money in these ways. But here's the reality. If we want to grow our visions, we have to let people in. We have to break that solopreneur mindset. We got to delegate to elevate, you know. We got to, that's what it comes down to, and it's so difficult for me. I know it's got to be difficult for Jay when he's built something as strong as this. This is like he has so much more to lose when he's built something this empowering for you to be able to walk into every day. You would never want anybody to take it from you. You would never want anybody to come in and be detrimental to what you've worked so fucking hard for, you know. And I understand that, brother.
For sure,
and that goes no difference. You know, I've spent 2 years building Beyond the Stage with Andrew, and I talk about Beyond the Stage as something that I'd like to scale to 50 paid employees, and I'd like to do that within 5 years. We're 2 years in, and we have 0 regularly paid employees. We have 5 volunteers. 3 of them are C-suite. You know, that's it's nice to see that we've grown from 3 to 5. You know, and it's only going to, you know, continue to grow. But it's not easy to embrace the fact that the more people you add, the more people you're trying to align to your vision, which is not an easy feat when you start getting
tough,
it out there.
It's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. But like that's the one reason why I've been very adamant on always saying like, look, there's seats at the table for you, right? But like I'm not going to pull the seat out. I'm not going to fucking have you sit down, and I'm not going to put a chair in for you. Like you got to be
preach, brother minister.
You've got to be that hustler that walks into the room and goes, "Oh, that seat's available. I'm gonna go sit down, and I'm gonna go pick at the carrot plate." You know what I mean? Like that's the type of mentality that I need, because I'm, it's, and at the moment right now, like it's just me, Andrew, Tyrell, and Yam that are just cranking away, bro. You know what I mean? But like we're trying to get this thing to a bigger level, and unfortunately, like the four of us are so stuck in the day-to-day, the 7 days a week.
It's the double-edged sword of being an entrepreneur, that it takes a lot of work on the ground, but then to actually grow a business takes a lot of work. It's a full-time job to manage a business, then it's a full-time job to do the work that's being managed.
Well, it's that, and it's the point of trying to figure out the next step, right? It's like I don't, me and Andrew, like we don't want to be here in 12 months. Like we don't want to be sitting here behind the counter during Christmas time trying to punch away at the clock and figure out ways to get people into the store. You know what I mean?
Right, we want to be able to take clothes for the holidays comfortably. Or pay somebody who maybe doesn't have as much interest in engaging on certain holidays, and be able to afford to have them, and be able to and trust that they can see the vision through when you step away, even. For sure. I mean, but the thing is, like when I talk with Tim Perry, the CFO of the Levee, like I talked to him in 2020, like November, December of 2020, right after the pandemic. Like we had this meeting, and he was like, "Look, man, like you don't need to be behind the counter." He's like, "We got to get you to the point where you are, where you're being the creative. You're not behind the counter doing the sales." And that's the thing that's a goal that Andrew and I have been trying to get to. But unfortunately, it's like we've been stepping over dollars to pick up quarters for the past 18 to 24 months, bro. This local economy's become so tough.
Well, it's not.
Right?
But it's not like there's nobody to blame, bro. Nobody to blame. At the end of the day, like if you don't, you've got to adapt or die.
That part,
right? So if the money's not coming, if we're losing money Monday through Friday to gain it on Saturday and Sunday, then we got to fucking fix Monday through Friday.
Hello.
So what we have to do is we've got to do what Andrew's been talking about, what I've been talking about for 3 years. Like I've been talking about Whatnot way before VeeFriends was ever fucking on Whatnot, and I used to tell Andrew, bro, we got to get on this. We got to get on this.
And now we're about to watch the window close.
This is and that's the thing is like we've got to jump. We got to jump to that ship, because of the fact that Monday through Friday is dead. And like to me, bro, like it doesn't matter if we go live like Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, 5 hours a day. Like if we sell one item while I'm on Whatnot, or while Andrew's on Whatnot, or while you're on Whatnot, that's a win, because not only are we selling stuff outside of people walking in here, but we're engaging with people that would never be able to step foot into Newport on the Levee. You know what I mean? And that's just something that like we've got to do, bro. We've got to do. Every single clothing store on the planet needs to do this.
Yes.
I've been screaming at Sal to do this, and I know that you tapped in and you said, "Look,
Sal helped me launch my clothing line years ago, man. He's been in my corner for a long time, and I see both of you guys struggling, and you guys do different things. Yes, you're in a streetwear arena, but you guys do different things. So I see different approaches to Whatnot for you, but I see me being able to take on those approaches for both of you. So I'm going to start tomorrow with Sal. He's supposed to text me tonight. If he doesn't, I'm still going to show up tomorrow like I said I would, because I'm a man of my word, but I'm only going to be with him for a few hours. I don't want to be on Whatnot for more than 4 hours at a time for stores for the intermittent time. I think that's a fair way to do a show. 4-hour shows. That's a long time to stream.
That's a long show.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's 8-hour days if I do 2 different stores, starting just with you two, and then I can establish results for both of you. I can establish a little bit of income for myself, and I can determine A, do I want to lean more into that where I'm just doing this for you guys more days a week? Or B, am I going to, continue to expand as a host and go to other places and do this, and show the results that we yield for Native, that I yield for Jay Saladino across the hall. So, but tomorrow's when it starts. I moved back to Cincinnati. I meant what I said last week. I moved back to Cincinnati, not just to be closer to my kids, but because I believe in you. I believe in Andrew. I believe in Jay. I believe in myself. I know that this motherfucker right here believes in all of us just the same. And that when we have, and we've got Meg Robb here literally saying that she's down to work, listing out her years of experience. Right, like people are down to ride. We just have to be willing to, as decision makers, pull these fucking triggers. It's going to be scary. It's going to be messy at first, and we're going to build the system around the mess to create. We have to create the chaos in order to turn it into order. So it's always. I'm one of those entrepreneurs that I want to do things with order first. I spend so much time stewing and brewing and contemplating and looking at everything that can go wrong because I'm into risk management. Right, it's a part of project management, and you've had things go wrong in your life as a business owner, as a person, so you want to avoid things going wrong. It's a part of it, right? But
shit got wrong last night, bro. Let's go. It happens all the time. But it's about figuring out how to clean up the spilled milk. It's not about complaining about, fuck, I spilled a gallon of milk. Now I got to go buy another gallon of milk. Now I got to, figure.
It's the lessons we learn. That's the value. And we have to make those mistakes to learn from them. And we have to be willing to eat the consequences of and use those lessons to do better for others as we go.
Absolutely, bro. And, so tomorrow, if Sal doesn't get a hold of you, I do want to get online. I do want to get on Whatnot because I do want to make the online presence. It doesn't we don't have to do $300 in sales. It's about the presence. It's about people.
We will build momentum.
It's about seeing what we've built, right?
Consistency.
And from what Gary's always said when it comes to when people say, how do I scale this? How do I do that? Like I saw this one, I'm sure you saw it too, where they were talking about, we've got I think it might have been a cupcake business or something. And they were like, we're tapped into the community and we try to do this and that. And then, we went on online or Whatnot. And we did $10,000 in revenue in 30 days on Whatnot. But we really want to tap into the community. And Gary's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, your business is Whatnot. Like, don't even fucking have a second guess at the community when your community is on Whatnot. You made 10 grand in 1 month on Whatnot, and you guys are trying to figure out how to scrape 2 in your local community. Like your business is Whatnot. Stay on
your
Whatnot.
Audience picks you. This goes for comedy. This goes for business.
But they were saying, they were like, well, how do we scale that? We've got to do this. And he broke down the hours, bro. He's like, okay, so how much you made? 10 grand.
I saw this.
And then how many hours did you work? And then they were like, oh, so he's like, you made 10 grand in 16 hours, right? He's like, what you need to do is fucking hire somebody to sell your shit on what. If you don't want to do it, hire somebody to sell it on Whatnot. Just produce the stuff, be in the background, and then have somebody that is a face that will sell it on there. But your entire job is on Whatnot. And I felt that to the core, bro, because when we're in here, we'll see 3 people on an entire day, bro.
That's so painful.
It's painful. It's painful.
3 people.
But if we
sometimes less.
But if we go live,
you got a wife at home to feed. He's got a baby at home to feed.
She's checking in right now, bro. She's checking in, seeing where I'm at. What's up, baby? But it's just one of those things where it's if we went live on Whatnot, and we went live for 8 hours, we would see more people on that page than we would in this store. And as long as we're showing the store and showing what we have value of, and we're having conversation with the people that are there. Hey, what's up, baby? I'm wrapping it up right now. We're what was it, 10:46.
Real quick, I just want to say peace out since we still got Meg Rob in the chat. I'm getting ready to go get some water, but if you could just turn that, I just want to say peace, say bye real quick. Meg Rob, the feeling is mutual. You are also blowing me away. So definitely connect with us, and we can figure out some ways to make some things happen. And then, yeah, that's really all I got. Thank you so much for being a part of this with us. Plush Garden's no longer in the chat, but shout out Plush Garden. Shout out Loki for showing up. These are people from our Whatnot community. That's where our community is on Whatnot too. We have followers that we only know from that particular community, and they want more from us. They're grateful. They're grateful for the time that we put in on these microphones, and they want to spend money with us. So so that we can continue to do this and be a part of their world and bring them into ours. Yeah, for sure. So and speaking on that, man, we've got a whole batch of hats coming in. Hopefully they'll be here Friday. I've been pressing her hard to say that these hats need to be here by Friday. So. I was supposed to get a confirmation tracking tonight to make sure that they're here. So
it's just taking so
fingers crossed,
long.
bro. It's so aggravating, man. Because like
the wind out of the sails like 3 times ago,
bro. Like
we've had to push our boat,
and I told her, I'm like, look, if it's gonna take 60 days, tell me it's gonna take 60 days.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's gonna take 30. Tell me it's gonna take 60.
Yeah.
Because everything's based on what you tell me. So when I'm not getting into it.
Think about if we would have known.
The hats are fucking perfect, dude. Like they do such a good job that they're worth the wait.
Incredible.
But unfortunately, like we're under the time crunch of the Bengals season starting this weekend. Hooday! Dude, fucking Bengals, let's go.
They're gonna have a good season.
What's our record?
You're the only one that didn't say Hooday.
Hooday.
Oh, we're about to.
Yeah, that's some head ass.
You know,
blasphemy.
I love this Trey Hendrickson pickup, but Sam has good points, man. And our
Sam
team
does have some good points.
I'm still thinking 9-8 season.
Meg Rob said Hooday.
I think we get 10.
10? 12's
12
playoffs.
goals. 10 is on the fringe.
Shout out, man, Rob. Hooday.
10 is on the fringe. But I do think paying Trey Hendrickson is going to bite us.
All right.
To pay the money.
You said bite us?
Just because he's so much. There's so
one year, 30 mil.
Those 4 players.
You got to go for the Super Bowl. You just locked in another quarterback.
You got to go for the Super Bowl now. It has to be it because
we're
going to have the complaints next 2 years because the money's not there.
You could have paid 30 mil to a fucking phenomenal running back.
You boys are about to open up a whole nother can of worms.
We shouldn't do that.
You're about to open up a whole nother can of worms.
How much do running backs get paid per year?
Not a lot.
14, 20.
They're at the bottom end. You could.
Hey, bro, we got P. Ryan back.
We did get P. Ryan back.
I'm here for that.
Great.
P. Ryan's insane, bro.
He is. He's a savior.
He's worth it. All right, everybody. This is going to wrap up another episode of the PowWow. Appreciate you guys. So what were we talking about earlier? Hooday, bro.
But I do think
it's too late now.
Seasons.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting to hear from you all podcast.
Season record.
Kurt, I've been waiting to hear from you all podcasts. I haven't heard much.
What's the Bengals record?
I haven't heard much, Kurt.
What's the Bengals record?
I got 10.
Too long.
I got 10 wins.
Now he trying to
10-7.
I hadn't heard much.
Kurt, what's the Bengals record?
This season? Man, look.
17 games.
I will say this. They need to come out strong.
But what's the record?
Which we haven't.
Yeah. In the past 2-3 years, we always come out slow and got to play catch up. I don't see us losing more than 4 games if we play how we supposed to play.
13-4?
Yeah, somewhere
13-4. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm just praying for the best at this point.
Feel it?
I can't. I'm not gonna put a number on it.
10-7.
I got 11-6, and we're still making the playoffs.
You got 11 wins? Okay.
11 wins, 6 losses, still make the playoffs.
Do we win? Or do we split our division wins, or are we in the plus in division?
All right, everybody, look who we got. Hey, what's cracking? Joe Exotic's calling right now. How is
I don't know.
how is
I don't
Joe
know-
Exotic
I don't
playing?
know. I don't know what you did.
And Mr. Joe
There's no
Exotic, how you feeling,
speakers.
brother?
Sam's coming in with no
What are you
97,
doing,
no
guys?
playoffs.
Hey
They
man, what's
crushed me
going
in
on?
the
This
show.
is Jay Banks
What
and
a
Andrew
last
Eisler
minute
here.
swoop.
Hey, man.
What a
Hey.
what is happening? Where are we at?
That's only 16 games, so 16 in a bye.
11-6
Where's Joe
is
Exotic
legit.
on this thing?
Meg Rob says 11-6 is legit.
I don't know, bro.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh no,
You broke it.
no, I just added it.
I'm checking off. I'm gonna go get some water.
I got to pee too. All right, everybody, it's going to wrap up another episode of the PowWow. It's your boy Jay Banks, AI, Kurt,
Hey,
John G,
peace.
the whole tribe. Sammy, I love
It's
you,
been
buddy.
fun.
We're gonna figure out a way to get you tied in.
See you next Tuesday, everybody.
So we can actually bring you in on the podcast.
Your cousin is Joe Burrow's private chef. Your cousin's is Ben. You know Ben. Anyways,
Wait, who said that? And my
Meg Rob.
cousin is. Oh yeah, you know the private chef.
I do know the
Yeah.
private chef. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday. We're gonna try to. No, we'll see you tomorrow on Whatnot, right? All right. So if you guys don't have Whatnot, download it. It's a free app, basically like eBay, but it's a lot more fun. Cool. We're gonna be live on Whatnot tomorrow. We've got some 407 hats, some 317 hats, some other stuff. Thank you, bro. But anyways, all right. This is gonna wrap up another episode of the PowWow. I love you guys. We'll see you next week, and we're out of here. Bye. Ah, I got you. Look, I got him. Oh, you had to one up me. All right,
Yeah,
all
too.
right.
But I'm doing the first. I'm gonna be screaming here on Thursday.
I know, bro. You've got to get footage of this. You've got to get footage, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make sure that Heffron's there to film this because, like, what if, bro?
At the show, but at the practice, I'll just put my camera up.
I say do it all. I say do it all, bro. I like all of it. You know what I mean? Like, what if? Like, what if Ocean Grid just blows up because of this second steam that everybody's been striving for? You know what I mean? There's so many bands that have filled your shoes because of you teaching people and doing these different things. You know what I mean? Like Young Mosh and all these other guys, like they're going to be promoting this anyways because of what you're doing. You know, because you were there for them when they were coming up. So if you're filming all this and you've got this backlog of like, hey, I'm 36 now. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking here for it. But
I'm about to do this shit.
But I'm about to do this shit. I'm about to, you know what I mean? Like I may not look like I can scream, but let me tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
see you, man.
and then boom, chapter 1.
Oh, I
No,
see.
chapter 9.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's 10 years ago, like chapter 11.
there it is.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'll film some stuff. I'll have Mike Heffron be at something.
Hey, you know,
Because
it
he does a
doesn't.
lot with my phone.
It does. I was gonna say it doesn't
My
need to
phone
be.
is
It doesn't
what's
need to
over
be super elaborate, bro. Like it could be. It could be a gimbal. Like gimbals make magic.
I have a gimbal.
They make
I've got it,
magic.
yeah.
You know what I
I've got a
mean?
nice one. It just sits in my trunk. Cause
Bring Kurt. Bring Tyrell. Or bring somebody with. Bring me. I'll be there. You know what I mean?
We
Like,
talk about Sean Bucci doing the. We were talking to him.
he already knows how to do it.
Greg
Yeah,
was talking to him
100%.
The other day we had everyone here like chilling, and Sean wants to get involved, and he's like, and Sean's been screaming too. So. he's
Oh
like,
yeah, bro. I told him. I'm like, you need to fucking like. I don't even know if you know, like what Andrew's background is, bro. But like you're just fucking sitting in gold sand right now.
I mean, yeah, but he knows now. We've learned.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We got one show in October. We'll see what happens. We're announcing on Charlie's birthday. No one knows.
Hey, Gigi's back, and my cousin Sam. All right,
Everyone's in
yeah.
it.
We were supposed to wrap up a couple
We're
minutes
wrapping.
ago.
It's done.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you next week. It's your
Peace.
boy Jay Banks, AI.
AI out.
Hey. No fun shots now that we got that outside.